your name in my head. The color is blue, so everything is true. I believe time is yours. I can't say a word. Purple is not absurd. Spaceships are flying. La la la. So can you feel me? My eyes try to make the contact. I have my angel kings through the mess. Rainbow leads the space. La 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 la. Around your neck, make a perfect cycle. The red of your lips, the shape of your hips. I'm alone with my body. Your name in my head. The color is blue, so everything is true. I believe time is yours. I can't say a word. Purple is not absurd. Spaceships are flying. La la la. can you feel me? My eyes try to make the contact. I have my angel kings through the mess. Rainbow leads the space. La 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 la. Around your neck, make a perfect cycle. The red of your lips, the shape of your hips. I'm alone with my body. Everything is true. I believe time is yours. I can't say a word. Purple is not absurd. Spaceships are flying. La la la. So can you feel me? My eyes try to make the contact. I have my angel kings through the mess. Rainbow leads the space. La la la. everything is true. I believe time is yours. I can't say a word, purple is not absurd. Spaceships are flying. La la la. I have no voice, so can you feel me? My eyes try to make contact. I have my hand checking through the mess. Rainbow leads the space. La 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 la.
Jesus fucking Christ, is it gonna be that kind of night?
It is.
Everything's gonna be fine.
That's how you spell your name. Thank you.
Oh god.
Honestly, you know what? This is all just practice for when you're DMing us in Sigil anyways.
Yeah, that's kind of true. I'll probably be
So
a lot
let's
more
just
on the ball.
Get
because
it
I
out
get
of our
sick.
system. Well, I mean, we're all gonna get sick sometimes.
We are live and on the air now, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Hi, let's just talk about that on. Anyway,
My ears
this is gonna be a certain level of not perfectness, which is fine.
I mean, you
It
look
is.
at most of the games out there, there's usually a good, 10-15 minutes of them being jackasses before they actually get into shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's do it live. That's
Yeah, it's fuck it, we're doing it live.
Yeah.
This is true.
Well, it is also just our D&D game, so I'm not really gonna stress about that.
Yay!
Nobody has to come here and watch this and critique it. So if you have any critiques, just don't.
nobody's
Because I
gonna
don't care.
bother to critique it.
Sorry,
Guarantee
guys.
you.
I should probably be nicer. I'm really
You.
excited to play this game tonight.
Excellent.
So am I! Oh, God,
We're
my
happy
voice is
to
killing
figure
me.
out ways to, mess with your game.
Revenge is a bitch.
Revenge for what? You know,
know,
anything that I ever did in our campaign only just reflected badly back on myself, like getting locked inside bathrooms and stuff. Like,
This is true.
I only ever hurt myself, so I don't think that's fair.
By hurting yourself, you're hurting me too, sweetie.
Oh my goodness. Okay, whatever. Fine. This is y'all's Saturday night, so if you want to spend that harassing me, I guess that's fine.
Isn't that what D&D is supposed to be? Harassing the DM?
Is it?
Yes.
That's what I thought it was supposed to be.
Okay, well, I guess as long as everyone else is having fun, it'll be fine. All right.
I mean, have you ever watched an intro of Critical Role?
That's kind of
A what?
The very, very
Or
beginning.
even
No, I don't think I have.
like even the ones where the people are on camera, like the Shield or like Tables Across. There's like 15 minutes of them just promoting and fucking around, and they're on camera. So
Yeah.
Oh man, that would have been a really good name for this fucking game. Dungeon Masters and goddammit. Guys, we need to
like
talk about rebranding.
How about
I
we
have
talk
a
about?
whole 2 people following us on Twitter.
That's wonderful.
Well,
Grant you, I
that's,
know both of them, but still a whole 2 people.
Right. I mean, look, everyone is gonna have to be charming enough to cover up for me. So.
well, let's all do a real quick intro and then we can
don't worry,
recap
I'm
and do
charming
this.
enough for all of you assholes.
That's all I
Hey
need.
everybody, welcome to tonight's episode
Just carry
of
me through
In
this,
Between
guys.
Roles.
All right, so yeah, I suppose introductions are in order. I'm Alice, the DM, and I'm here to curse my way through figuring this out.
Yay!
Let's go reverse order from last week. Cousin, you're up next.
Don't do that to me. Hi, I'm Cousin Intruder. I'm the hawk. Actually more of a druid con artist. It's kind of a thing I made up. Yes, I'm being the biggest thorn in the DM side right now, but don't worry, I'm cute and charming, so it all makes up for it.
Hi, I'm Bree. I'm in charge of our rogue, Anne. And Cousin only thinks they're being the biggest thorn right now, because I'm the one that keeps doing whisper, whisper, whisper to the poor DM.
Hi, I'm FD. I'm going to be playing Corbin, the Drunken Master Monk, and I'm not the biggest thorn on the DM side now. That'll just be like a couple levels from now. Yeah.
And I am Captain Stretch Fantastic. I am our lovable bard, which means I am the one and true only thorn in the DM side.
We really should have called this Dungeons and Thorns.
Ooh, Dungeon of Thorns would be a good one. Damn it. So many good names. We should have workshopped this more.
No, who cares about that?
It's all about the branding!
No branding. No branding. All right, Jesus, like branding. Who are we branding for? Like our friends and our cousins and the other
No,
people.
What we are
Got
doing
lost on-
is shouting out a charity each week.
All right, do we have one for this week?
We do. The one that I actually tweeted about is the Trans Pride Initiative in Dallas.
Ooh.
Very cool.
That was actually last week. I tweeted about it, but they are a. Actually, F, why don't you take care of this one because you know more about it than I do.
I don't know everything. I've never been to any events with them, but they are a group that kind of secures funding and finds places to stay for trans kids in the Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas area who've been kicked out of their homes, which is an atrocious reality that a lot of people have to face, and they're just people that are trying to help those kids have some semblance of sanity after something, a huge upheaval like that. So they're kind of one of my favorite charities.
So we will be shouting out a different charity each week, just so that all 10 people watching know, hey, we like these guys. They seem to be okay.
Until inevitably somebody comes forward and says something incredibly stupid and we have to stop talking about them.
Well, let's not go there yet.
Until we get the cease and desist, we will try to do good.
Yeah, go ahead. Post a link, I guess, in the chat too. That would probably
Got
be
it done.
good.
Yep.
All right, cool.
Oh, and hello to any of you who came here from Maven's Madness, Andy's audience. Thank you, Andy, for doing some advertising for us.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Thank
my
you.
favorite voice actress.
God, people are advertising for us. That's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, she does her own. She does her
Hello?
own Discord.
I think
stream.
I lost all of you.
Nope, you're here.
No, we can hear you.
And
We
she
didn't
has-
hear you say much before that.
Oh god.
Oh dear.
Oof.
Nope.
Well, that's the
Oh.
one person that
Stop
can't
that.
leave.
So when she says she lost us, she meant she couldn't hear us anymore. I see.
Yeah.
And now the title for
Discord.
this episode should no longer be Test Intro.
Yep, that's been fixed.
Hooray, I can do this shit. I swear to God. I'm not just learning
Hello,
about-
did I return?
Hey,
You
there
did
are.
return.
Yay. Cool. All right. Excuse me. So, was there anything else that we needed to cover?
Probably what happened last time.
Yep, I was
Yeah.
gonna say before we do the recap, any other like out of character stuff that we need to talk about?
Nope.
I think we're good.
Cool. All right. Well, then, how did you decide you wanted to do the recap? Who's gonna do it? How are you gonna do it in the future? What's up?
I can do
Uh,
it entirely in mime.
Mime. Yeah, okay, cool. That's fine with me.
We will definitely do it in mime. For the next 3 minutes, if there's silence, it's just because we're miming out what happened last time.
Okay, but if you choose mime,
We
but if you
could
choose mime, then you are not able to use any vocal components.
I'm gonna request we do interpretive dance next week.
Okay, we'll get you a video camera, a nice high quality one.
Hey, I've got an amazing fucking webcam.
Part of the reason we are not doing video is because not all of us have the bandwidth to actually be able to listen to us and be
Right.
on video at the same time.
Hey,
I'm just ugly and don't want to be on camera. I'm gonna go
Maybe
there.
one day we'll do a LAN party at Stretch's house and make him shoulder the burden.
oh Jesus fucking Christ!
I will be hiding behind the couch with a hawk hand puppet.
I'm perfectly
Alright.
okay with this.
That sounds great. That sounds so great.
Yes, yes, Mike, you can come.
in regards to the recap, we can just roll to see who does it, Bree or me.
Okay,
We both
whatever.
have notes. The real question is, how much detail do you want?
I don't know how much
enough
detail do
detail
you
that I
want.
can run and blow my nose and get another glass of water. Once
Do
again,
it.
I
Probably my
apologize.
detail
What you're saying is you're not even
I
gonna be listening, so
remember shit.
then you don't need it.
I'm gonna apologize for being sick, everybody that may be watching. So you're gonna hear a
Yeah,
lot of
I'm-
hacking and coughing from me.
I'm ear infection-y, so you're probably gonna get a lot of me going, what was that? In old lady fashion.
Hit it! Oh, F's up.
All right. So, last week on episode 1 of Dragon Heist, presented by
Drunken
In
hawk,
Between Rolls.
crouching monk, shiny tiefling.
That's a wonderful episode title. Is that what you decided to call it?
Yep.
Okay. In the city of Waterdeep, in a bar called the Yawning Portal, a group of people, well, the entire bar was accosted by a troll and about 4 or 5 sturges that just came up out of the portal in the Yawning Portal bar, which kind of crazily does just have a portal in the floor in the middle. It's a really bad place to put a bar, I think, but hey, they do what they do. And some people, including our party, our bard, druid, monk, and rogue, decided to help deal with these monsters that were threatening the people in the bar. And then our party was approached by a man named Volo, who wanted to talk after being impressed by the martial prowess on display by our ragtag group of weirdos.
Yay!
And Volo wanted to try and find a missing person who'd been missing for 2 or 3 nights at this point. A man by the name of Floan Blagmar, who was described as handsome and more or less a gentleman of the evening.
Also,
And he had disappeared from near a bar called the Skewered Dragon 2 nights prior, jumped by 5 or more men wearing black leather armor. After some investigating, our party ended up heading to the Skewered Dragon and therewith to try and discover Floan's whereabouts. If I'm missing anything significant, Bree, back me up on that one, but we are going to be attempting to find trouble and hopefully Floan Blagmar along the way.
Well, let's see. What else was there? We secured payment for the hawk.
Yup.
There was
I'm a
that.
valued member of the team.
Always.
There was a whole bunch of random, unfortunately, past people in the one road that was being blocked off by a bunch of guards that we kind of just ignored. We looked
Yep.
at it, couldn't get close. We're like, we got stuff to get money for.
Sounds good to me.
Did you add we were heading to a warehouse with a snake on it?
Right. Remember,
Oh, I forgot about
remember the lead at the very end. See, like somebody at the Skewered Dragon kind of pointed you in a direction. They all sort of agreed that there had been some trouble.
Yeah, they like to hang out at a warehouse marked with a snake.
Mhm.
A district.
All right.
They even told you it was on Candle Lane.
Yep, I didn't get that far.
Candle Cove.
Do you have any other notes anyone wants to go over?
All right, I do believe that at this point we ended with the hawk outside with Anne and Cad and oh my god, I just want to call you both Cad. Corbin. Cad and Corbin were inside, winning or losing money. We're not quite sure yet.
Yeah.
A little of both.
Yeah, a little of both. So, and I believe that they kind of gave you a visual clue that they were on their way out the door before they walked out, if I remember correctly, yes?
Yes, I knocked on the entryway, exitway, the doorway. That's the one. Doorway.
Okay. Cool. All right, so from there, anybody have anything that they're ready to do right now?
Insight check.
On who?
No idea.
No.
But you know everything about that person.
Mm-hmm.
You know everything about no one.
You just blew your nat 20.
Seriously.
Well, that's sad.
Okay, so we gotta find the
what would
candle.
Yeah, what would you
well,
like to do
once,
for real?
After I think I believe I set some money in front of someone to ask for some info and got the info. So Corbin's just gonna stand up and take whatever he didn't leave on the table for someone and just head for the door.
All right. Cadamus, what are you doing?
Do I know where Candle Lane is?
How long have you been in the city?
About a month.
Have you spent a lot of time in the docks? Or the dock ward, I believe?
Probably spent not a whole lot of time, but a decent enough amount just playing dive bars to get a name in the town.
You're familiar with it, that it exists.
Okay.
You've never really personally been there. There's never been any call for you to go to that area. There's just not really much out there for, the average person.
They're not.
No one would really want to be there unless they knew why they were there. You don't ever want to wander around in that area of the city and just find yourself somewhere.
Those warehouses.
No, not these warehouses.
Okay.
Maybe a little further north.
Cool. Yeah, I will follow them out the door then, and change back into my coat.
All right. So, does that mean everyone is on their way out the door?
I believe so.
Okay. All right. So, I have to make up for a mistake that I made last week. On the way to the Skewer Dragon, there is one doorway that kind of catches everyone's eye. I originally thought that this was something that needed to be scored on a perception check, but it's really just available for anyone. Any of you would have noticed this on your way. There is a shop with a stuffed beholder hanging in the window, glowing with a kind of purplish light, and it is called... Let's see if there's a sign. Oh, I've got a cool description for you here. A cloud of lavender-scented purple smoke trails out of the shop's door as you peer inside. Let's see. No, that's the wrong one. Sorry. Gosh, there it is. Okay. One nearby shop stands out from the others. It has a deep purple facade, and in its window hangs a stuffed beholder. Above the door hangs a sign whose elaborate letters spell out the Old Zoblob Shop. So, if that kind of caught your eye and you were interested in checking that out, you can feel free to do so now. It's not going to take you out of your way at all. Or you can just go on to the Candle Lane, whichever one you...
Does everybody else see that?
It is a little strange. Like looking at it,
I-
it's interesting. It's weird. You don't know
Are
why.
the eyes like closed, or
It
does it appear to be fake?
let's see. What does the beholder look like? So this beholder is like stuffed, like
taxidermied, or
roll a perception check.
oh god, natural 20 to natural 1. Yeah, it's
Dun,
gonna
dun.
be that kind of night.
You're looking into Zach's hat.
Yeah, you're
Well,
really not sure. Okay. Okay, is anyone else checking it out, checking out the storefront?
Damn,
Wow.
Sure.
for me too.
Okay.
And Hawk is drunk again.
Oops, wrong roll.
You're gonna dance for it. Oh, okay.
I didn't
you-
actually
you-
do a perception check. I just did an.
You can feel free to give me the
roll.
roll from that first click, though. This feels like
No,
this feels
that
like
is okay.
a fake 20.
Can I
No,
re-roll?
that's okay.
Because I didn't do perception.
Yeah, go ahead and re-roll that one.
Okay.
That's persuasion. So Corbin dances for the beholder,
Oh, damn it.
and then
I mean,
the
there's-
hawk talks to it sweetly in the window.
Meanwhile,
Full
I'm just
conversation.
going,
A full
there
conversation.
is a shitload of purple here. Like, I understand that color
Okay.
makes
So
life beautiful.
Corbin notices that this beholder in the window is a taxidermy beholder.
Oh god.
Corbin just kind of looks at it, catches sight of a few little hidden lines of stitching, and is like, man, that had to take forever to put together and stuff, and I don't even know what they made the eyes out of.
I'm drunkenly like on top of it. I'm sitting on.
No,
top
no,
of
no,
it.
no, no. It's inside the window. You can't get to
Oh.
it from outside. You have
Oh,
to
okay.
go inside the store if you want to actually.
Aw, okay. Well, that is my plan.
Okay. So have you decided if anyone is going to go inside?
I mean, that's a
I-
lot of purple.
You saying that because it's a
You
good
like-
thing or a bad thing?
You need some other kind of color to break it up.
Would you like to inform the shopkeep of that?
Look, you don't want to tell somebody that wears that much purple that they're wearing the wrong colors, okay?
You haven't seen the shopkeeper yet.
That is dedication to a manic level. Trust me, I would know.
I believe you. So, this is
Corbin
what
will
I
just
found out.
look at everyone else in the party, and he's not gonna head in there. But he'll head in if someone else does. But he's not like, hey, all, let's go in.
Yeah, no. Does anybody actually know where Candle Lane is?
Do I know where Candle Lane is?
Do I know where Candeline is? Been here a while.
Roll. So for remembering locations that you might have encountered once before, what kind of roll would that be?
Either intelligence or history?
Okay.
Depending on how
I'd say- Go for history.
I'm thinking it's going to be an intelligence because it would be a matter of like your mental map and that, because
Or
history would be more like long
be
past
survival?
information.
Because it's kind of a map, and that's what you use.
It could be
Or, like,
insight.
if you're in the woods.
I think this is going to be an intelligence check, probably.
Okay.
Damn it!
Womp.
You say and then roll an 18.
I rolled the 18.
I rolled
what
a
I'm
2
saying.
twice.
All right, Corbin remembers where Candle Lane is. He doesn't have a lot of reason to be out that way, but he's definitely he's familiar with that
So
that
Corbin
area.
says, "Yeah, I've been out there a couple times, on jobs and things. I kind of know the way."
You'd think I know this city better, living here all my life.
It's a big city.
Well, sometimes little things will elude you. Honestly, there really isn't a whole lot of any reason to be out that way. Like I said, you would know that this is an area where you don't just really end up there for no reason.
It's a rough neighborhood.
Yeah. So it would make sense to you that you've never been there and wouldn't be able to just navigate your way back. Cadamus, you've heard the words together used as a name for a street, but that's as far as your knowledge goes.
I know what candles are, and I know what lanes are.
And
I don't know what happens when you put them together.
Roads on fire.
We're
and
looking
cousin,
for
it's
the
about the
wax
same for
district.
you. You know that it exists, but you're not sure where it is. All right, so what's
I'll
next?
lead the way.
Oh,
Corbin's just gonna lead everyone towards Candle Lane.
yes. Let us follow the tiny drunk one. No, not the bird, the other one.
I'm sober now, I'll have you know.
Lead on then.
Okay. Corbin leads the party towards Candle Lane, or at least as close as he remembers how to get.
All right. So
I'm not even gonna fucking ask. I don't want to know.
Nope. I'm not gonna
Would
know.
mine be
I
a
don't want
sleight
to know.
of beak check?
I will let you know my passive perception is a mere 13, so if the rogue's trying to be sneaky, I don't notice.
okay, what's everyone's passive perception? Actually, I need to know that for just in general.
20.
I'm sorry. So that's Anne has 20.
Yep.
Okay.
Cadmus has a 16.
Okay.
Where do I find that on my sheet? See?
It is right below your skills.
Okay.
13 for Corbin.
On the left, most of the way down.
Yep.
13.
All right.
But I am on her shoulder, so. I am assumedly on the moving hand.
Nobody sees anything out of the ordinary. None of you have any reason to notice anything at all. Not even the hawk. All right. Hawkeye. That's ha 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 ha. Are you gonna go in this door or what? Or are you gonna leave?
I think we're just heading on.
All right.
Yeah, we're
Cool.
heading on to the. We're skipping Zoblob, Shablob,
Yeah. So, all right. So we've got Corbin in front.
I'll follow closely behind.
Okay.
I'll be somewhere behind that.
I'm on a shoulder, preferably Anne's or Cadmus's.
All right. Which one?
And for right now, not moving.
Okay. All right. So, how is everyone going to be moving forward? Like, how are you proceeding?
I mean, ginger pace. Just kind of, we're just traveling from point A to point B. Not quite aggressive or anything. Not sneaky.
I don't think we're making super pains to be sneaky at the moment.
Yeah.
Anne's in the back. That, just basically saying, like, far enough away that it's not obvious she's part of the group, and she's also paying attention to the people around her and what people are thinking of the two people ahead.
Yeah. When Anne looks one direction, the hawk is looking the other and like paying attention and scoping things out.
All right. So then, I would like everyone to roll a perception check for the walk there.
Okay. Don't fuck me. Roll 20. Woo!
Gonna end up drunkenly singing. I can't talk.
All right. Okay. So you are in the dock ward. And, now that you've kind of like gone from the very first lead in the mission and kind of marching straight forward into your next goal, you're kind of starting to look around more. Each of you has varying amounts of familiarity with the dock ward, especially, down toward this part of it. But looking around, you're definitely seeing that this isn't exactly a gray area to find yourself in. Tall, densely packed tenements leave most of the neighborhood in shadow at ground level. Most of the street lamps have had their glass smashed and their candles stolen, and the smell of salt and excrement lingers as you pass by rows of rundown buildings.
Lovely.
The few people that you pass don't really seem interested in engaging you in any way. In fact, most of them just kind of disappear into the shadows as you pass by.
Okay, so everyone we happens to meet just sort of heads on and gets the hell away as soon as they can.
Yeah, and it's not like they don't seem to be visibly rushing. They just kind of fade into the background.
Okay.
A
Alright,
few
then.
people, a few people kind of stare you down as you pass by, but sort of in that way where they're not really interested in making friends. So,
Alright, I'm going to motion for Angua to join them, and I'm going to also melt into the shadows if the town's like the public, the locals, if the locals are melting in the shadows, I want to do the same.
okay. So then you're gonna roll a stealth check.
So Angua is now on someone else's shoulder.
Yeah, I'm gonna go haphazardly land on Cad's shoulder, like, "Ah!"
Okay.
I got
All right.
25.
You feel pretty secure. You feel pretty well hidden. People don't really seem to catch your eye as you pass by. Excuse me. How about everyone else? How are you approaching Candlelit from here out?
How close are we to Candle Lane?
I mean, this is like your approach up to Candle Lane. Like you're getting very close to it. You're about to hit the street. So
Okay.
how do you want to?
I'm gonna peck Cad in a way that's like, I'm gonna need a toss, boss.
Okay. I will gingerly grab the hawk and then throw it up in the air.
And is that an athletics roll? Do you want me to make an athletics roll?
What in the five hells are
What
you
is it
doing?
that you are attempting to do?
I just like take off, just like spread my wings and get a little boost and take off because I'm gonna go inspect the lane.
Okay. Then I gonna need you to make an acrobatics check for that one.
Okay.
To go from being tossed momentum into like fully controlled momentum.
Would that be for the bird?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've got to get myself out of like whatever spiral he threw me into.
Yeah. So you're kind of noisy. You're kind of noisily flapping. It takes you a moment to correct your course. So you don't really get a whole lot of height. It's a little awkward, but you do manage to get in the air and sort of head down towards the street.
Is it awkward or awkward?
It's incredibly awkward.
No.
1 point bludgeoning damage.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
All right.
Now that I've huffed the bird up in the air, I would like to sneak my way into the lane, or at least try and hide myself as much as possible. Because it seems like
go
this
ahead
is the
and
kind of area
roll
where
a
you
stealth
don't
check.
really
Yeah.
want to be seen.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, 16.
16, not too bad.
So
Gotta find
I
it.
am sort of also causing a distraction.
Corbin, upon noticing his new friend Cad just yeet a bird up into the sky, and subsequently a moment later try to be sneaky, just sort of arches his brow and says, "Oh, okay, if that's what works for you." And Corbin will try to be sneaky too.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Dragon Heist, Episode 2, Yeeting Birds.
Yes,
So
that is a natural 1 on my stealth check.
You're looking
yeah.
even more awkward than I did.
you fall. You just there's a loose cobblestone in the street, and you step backwards to try to like take a half step into an alcove by a building, and just trip and just kind of collapse into the wall.
Give me a son of a bitch.
But you recover. You recover in a really graceful way. It's almost
Yes.
like
And I immediately I make it look like nothing's nothing and nothing went wrong, just like a cat.
Yep. A couple of the people that are around, like these guys have been scowling this entire time, just giving you the filthiest look, and a couple of them kind of giggle a little, like it's just like, and not even like a masculine laugh. Some of them just go hee hee. Just caught completely off guard by this display, but they are definitely watching you now. And the hawk didn't really help. Just flapping of wings, and then a guy collapses in the street.
Hopefully they don't assume I pushed you.
I can just
The rumors about this bird are getting around town.
Nobody saw that.
There's a strange bird about.
This fucking
Yawning portal.
6'3" demon person chucking a bird up into the air and going, hide! Followed by the tiny person going, wait, what the fuck? Ah!
Yep.
Corbin dusts himself off, takes the banana peel off of his shoulder, and begins purposefully striding towards Candle Lane.
And
all right.
no one else is around.
All right. So one moment, please. Okay. Gloom envelops the narrow alley as dark as a dungeon, and as odorous as one too. Nearly all the street lamps have been smashed. The only light that pierces the darkness is a faint flickering from down the lane, like a distant candle.
Oh, so that's how it got its name.
Very astute. All right.
Well, since I'm definitely the one that's got the eyes of anyone that's watching in secret, and since I'm gonna kind of trust my newfound friends to maybe have my back, I'm just gonna go ahead and walk and be the conspicuous one that helps them stay hidden. I'm just gonna stride towards that little light.
Okay, so as you approach the street lamp, how closely together are you guys approaching this?
10 feet apart?
I'm probably like 20 or 30 feet back.
Okay.
And I'm about like maybe 15 feet in the air.
Yeah. Okay. Want to roll me a perception check for your flight, your sight from up in the air?
Yes, ma'am. Hopefully I can, not be singing at anything again. There you go.
Like as you approach, you really don't see a whole lot of anybody out in this area. Candle Lane is pretty much empty right now. There's no one around, as far as you can tell. You don't see anything unique other than that one lamp at the end of the lane. All right. So then, as you approach the door, as you approach the lamp, you see a warehouse directly across from it, and the light of the lamp shines in such a way that it illuminates a black-winged snake, which I believe last week we discussed the Zentarim, and that a couple of you, based on your backgrounds, you recognize this as a symbol of the Zentarim group, the faction.
And then we bonanza'd right into the differences between the two musical instruments.
Yes.
Ah, that's right. That's right. Yes. So this is a building controlled by the Zentarim faction.
Okay. Suddenly, Corbin does want to be stealthy.
Yeah.
All right. So this is your approach. I will allow everyone to do a second stealth check, if you would like to, before we enter this building. Just kind of like you're kind of really stopping and looking around you and, scoping it out. So you get a chance to like readjust your strategy.
Yeah, gonna land on a nearby building.
I have a
roof.
25 from my stealth. Can I just keep that?
Yeah,
or
I mean,
whatever
you
rolling?
you seem like you seem pretty comfortable. You are already doing exactly what you needed to be doing, and you feel pretty good about it. All right. So you have before you a 2-story warehouse. It stands at the back of an outer yard behind a high fence. You see a gate there in front of you. And from where you're at, you can see that there is a door on the building as well as, let's see. You have like a regular sized door for foot traffic, and then there is an outside door that's significantly bigger for cargo. And you also see a window that has been papered over.
Okay.
So you guys are all standing right outside the fence right now, kind of, off to the sides.
Who's within 30 feet of me right now?
Probably
Everyone.
Everybody, I believe.
Cat is. I
Ian-
just wasn't sure if Ann
Anne
was.
specifically stated that she was 20 feet away, and
Okay.
I'm
Angela
visible
is-
now. I landed on a roof when I did my second stealth check. Nearby roof.
Sorry,
Okay, well,
what is
I can
the
only-
bird's name? What is the hawk's name?
Sir Wingsworth the Third.
All right, Sir Wingsworth. I'm going to try to remember that. So Sir Wingsworth is perched on a branch nearby. So everyone is within that distance of you.
Well, this
So-
only works to one person at a time, but
Okay. How
Corbin's-
long? What's the duration?
it's not even a spell. It's just a racial trait, so I can use it all the dang time I want.
Oh, okay, cool. That's not creepy at all. Go ahead.
Yeah. So
Go ahead and get inside the minds of one of your party members.
yeah,
They
cat.
hit back.
Cat's nope. It's not two-way. This is what's so fun about this. Cad's already experienced this, so it's time to freak Anne out. Anne hears Corbin's voice in her head, not through her ears, and he's like, "Okay, these people are pretty serious. We want to case this place, right?"
I just kind of give him a nod.
And thinks
Oh,
no
wait,
shit.
That wasn't to me.
And thinks no shit really loudly in case he can hear her back.
There is no reply.
All right. Well, okay. So you are all outside of the gate. What you gonna do?
We can see the paper one.
I'm gonna fly up and take a round tour of the building
Okay.
in flight.
I'm gonna test that gate.
See if I can see anybody if
unlocked.
there's any guards.
Gate is unlocked.
You fly up and around. You really don't see anything of note. It's very quiet here.
Okay, so I'm gonna land on that roof, that building roof. Just hawking away. Nobody to see here. Just
Okay.
your average bird.
All right. So
I'm gonna
you
get-
tried the gate. The gate is open. What's next?
Can
Count.
I get close to the paper window?
If you wanna pass through the gate, then yes.
Oh, so that's through the gate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the gate is surrounding the building. The gate kind of gives a perimeter before you can get to where the doors and windows are.
Well, we feeling like sneaking through this gate?
I'm gonna
I
watch
ask-
my fellows go first.
Can any of us even see each other? Because we're all being real stealthy.
Yeah, you guys can definitely see each other. You literally
Okay.
walked here together. I mean, you guys find it really easy to forget where Anne is. So sometimes you're like, "What? She was just right here," and then you see her move in the corner of your eye, or you might not even.
What I love is this feature doesn't require me to actually be able to see them.
That's awesome. That's creepy
yeah.
though. It's also very creepy.
know.
Very creepy.
It's so great, and it's so useful for times like this. Corbin's just going to talk to Anne again and say, if you got any way to kind of check this place out, I'd say go for it. And then he's going to just creep forward and head through the gate.
All right.
All right, what do I have? Nothing really. All right, I'm gonna let him go first and see what happens to him when he crosses the gate.
All right. You approach the warehouse, and you come up to the door. You can't see inside because the one window is papered over. So like there's no vision into the building. You can see on the door that there is a small rectangle where somebody can slide open a smaller window and have a peephole outside, but it only opens from the inside.
Okay.
Is there a window I can perhaps sneak through?
All of the windows that you see on this building are closed and papered over.
So this is very much a we don't want you here, get the fuck out type situation.
Yeah, this doesn't feel welcoming even in the slightest.
Okay.
Well, we are trying to find some people who were kidnapped. Wasn't likely to be a nice place.
Can I hear anybody, like any kind of moving around inside the building or anything?
All right, give me a perception check.
Okay. And actually, real quick, are we able to actually walk around the building once we get inside the gate? Or is like the gate leading, like is the gate just the courtyard that leads up to the building?
Yeah, it's pretty much it's like flush with the building on both sides, and these buildings are fairly close together. There's like if you wanted to like slide sideways in between the two buildings, you might be able to. But you can see that there's just a bunch of crap kind of thrown down in this space. It's this tiny little space between two buildings, so like it's full of like shit and old broken wood, and like you could clear away, but it would take.
Okay.
How close are we? Like
To the building?
outside of the fence, how close are we?
Let's see. let me see if I have that on a map.
I believe there is a map of the warehouse.
Yeah, it's you guys just aren't quite. Oh wait, you know what? I guess you probably would be able. Well, let me check it first. Let's see. Is this the right map? Oh, sweet. Okay, it is the right map. But on the wrong angle. That explains it. So, how do I move everyone to the map that they need to be on?
I
The
believe
player's
I
banner.
put the character. I believe I put the tokens on the map for you already.
Yes, the tokens are there. How do I make that what everyone else is seeing?
Player's
go-
banner on the maps.
Yeah, there would be like a little icon on the map that we're currently on. Click and drag that over to the map that you want us on.
Okay. It says players.
Yes.
Sweet.
Do.
All right. So is the fog of war working
Yes.
on this one? Okay, cool.
I think
So then, yes, I was
Nice.
looking at a different map for a different thing that you guys. I mean, it's very similar.
Oh,
There's a
it's-
lot of old rundown buildings in your future. Spoiler warning. So this one, yeah, you still have this little fence, and you've got. Let's see where you guys approached. You've got this little path here. It's hard for me to tell what you can see versus what I can see because I can see everything.
If you click on
Right.
somebody's token and then press Control L, you can see what they can see.
Whoa, cool. Okay.
Nice.
So what you guys
Is
have
that the fence
done
that I
while we
keep
were
going back and
talking.
forth?
Your
Sorry,
token
how do I
is
turn
moving
it?
I
around.
cannot tell.
How do I turn it off?
Your token is moving, yes. And
Click outside. Click on an
Okay,
empty
sweet.
space.
Thanks. All right, so yes, your token's moving. So you guys would have walked down this path that leads. Is that south? I guess it's south, down towards the bottom of the screen. You guys would have been walking all this path, so you'd be hiding in this, this area right here as you approach south. You see the fence right there.
Oh, that's
And then you've
so
got-
fucking wicked. I haven't seen this from the other side.
Do we see those symbols or are they just for pretty?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That's
Yeah,
just
I can't
that's
even see a
just
fence.
that's just neat looking map stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah. With the little those, yes, that's the decorations on the bottoms of the pages of the actual Dragon's Heist manual.
Okay.
Cousin, are you able to move your token?
Cousin?
Looks like
I'm-
it.
There we go.
Yeah. it's my mouse is actually going out, so I might have to go when we take a break. I might have to change my mouse. It's dying.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, for now, just keep me informed of what you're doing, and we'll work around it until. So what I was thinking is we might take a little break at like 9:30.
Cool.
That's
Okay.
yeah, that sounds good to me. Until
Okay.
then, I do believe that Dragon also has control of my
I do.
tokens, so he can move it for me if need be.
All right, so we're all down in the lower left. Is that correct?
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
And is this the gate? I'm standing in front of the gate that we opened, correct?
Yep. It is unlocked.
Okay. I'm going to proceed into the courtyard, kind of sneak my way into the courtyard.
All right. Okay,
I
and now you
believe
said
the hawk is already over here.
Yeah, the hawk is on top. Yeah, on the building.
Cool.
All right, so up to the north there, that north edge of the building, that's where the door is. That wider section there, to your right is the larger warehouse door, and then that little square next to it is the window.
So I'm standing in front of a door right now.
Yes, you are.
Cool. Wooden door, any glass panes?
Huh?
Wooden door, glass panes?
Nope, it's just got that square rectangular piece in the middle, like the upper middle of the door where they can open it. It's a little peephole that opens from the other side.
Would you classify that as a door or a window, the peephole?
The peephole is like big enough for you to open it to poke your eye out. Like it's just tiny.
It's a peephole. It's not a window or a door.
Yeah.
And then this right here is a window.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Where's our rogue at?
Pretty much like
She's somewhere behind me.
Okay.
All right.
We're sure this is the place.
Oh yeah, it's the place.
Okay. Test the window to see if I can open it.
It is locked.
Okay. Test the door to see if we can open that.
The door.
I cannot move my character while in Twitch.
That would be a problem.
All right. The door is locked.
Okay. Hey Anne, do you want to come over here and give us a hand?
Which one? Which one are you in?
Which door? Like
Making-
the main door or the cargo door?
I'm looking at the cargo door.
Do you hear anyone on the other side?
Oh, I've never rolled that perception check. 16. Do I hear anybody inside?
You. You wait for a minute, but you don't hear anything.
Okay. So, Anne, are you the sneaky type, or are you more of the stabby type?
I can probably take a look at that door.
Tell you what, you take a look at the door, I'll take a look at the window.
Alright. So I go towards the cargo door and take a look at it. I want to investigate, see if it's trapped, because this is quite obviously a get away from here place, and if someone tries to sneak in, I'd trap it.
All right. So you're gonna want to go like 10 feet north from where you are, in front of that bigger white rectangle. Yeah, right there. So that's where your cargo door lock is.
And while she's doing that, I'm going to start taking off my coat and prepare to cast Bardic Knock.
All right. What does Bardic Knock do?
I'll explain that when we get to that.
Oh, okay. So what are you doing then? You're just gonna look. You're just looking at it, investigating it for traps.
I'm investigating for traps because
Alright.
I don't want to open this and then get blown up.
Right. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
17.
You don't see any obvious traps. The lock looks pretty standard. The door looks untampered.
Alright, then I would try to open the door using my tools.
Okay. Then go ahead and roll for your thieves tool.
Would that be with dexterity?
Is D20 plus your dex plus your proficiency bonus, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Just making sure we're using dex for this lock. Some locks use different things.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah,
20.
it clicks open.
Cool. I don't have to cast Bardic Knock.
Sorry that you don't get to cast Bardic Knock.
Alright, got it open.
You gonna push it
Do I
open, or are you
hear-
gonna just leave it?
I'm gonna listen at the door, see if I hear anything on the other side before I try to push it open.
With your ear up against the door, roll another perception check. You can't really hear anything. I mean, you're in a quiet area of the city, but there's a lot of ambient noise.
Yeah, I shake my head and kind of dig my pinky into my ear and mutter a curse under my breath. Be like, guess I'll have to trust him. And I slowly and quietly and stealthily as possible crack open the door.
All right. So, how do I reveal the next section of it to you?
I'm trying
we have to walk
Because this one, it looks like the other one is a door, but this one doesn't look like it is marked as a door.
If you go to your arrow icon,
Uh-huh.
there should be one for grabbing lighting. Fog of War. I can't remember what it.
I believe it is. Might it be reveal areas?
There's that. There's another one. I can't remember what it looks like. If you hover over the arrow, what are the options that are available?
Select, move, and pan view.
Go to select, and there should be a layer. You should be able to select a layer.
No, it just says select, move.
Oh god, where is it? I'm gonna open this up on my other screen so that I know where it's at.
Live, everybody.
Live and doing shit. I will do it all.
Yeah, look, we're all learning together. If you ever wanted to be a DM, realize that it'd be super awkward, and your first campaign is going to be really.
So it's the in your toolbox. Look for the one that looks like a little cube. It should
Be Matt
right
Mercer, guys. Just suck it up. Oh,
Matt
I didn't
Mercer
want to
has
get
how
this one at
many
the
years of
beginning.
experience?
Right, exactly.
Look for the icon that it's right beneath the arrow. It should be a cube. And if you hover over that, you'll get an option that says
Got it.
dynamic lighting.
Yep.
Click that, and then you should be able to see the barrier that is the door. You can select
Alright.
that and delete it, so that we can then see that the door is open and see inside through that door. That worked.
Did that work?
Hey, hi.
It deleted a lot more than I thought it was going to, but
That did
that's
the thing.
That did.
all right. Now, how do I stop this? How do I stop selecting that?
Click anywhere else, or click your arrow, or go to the cube and go objects and tokens.
Thank you. Okay, cool. So we can see everything properly now.
So
Yep.
is this a cargo door that went up or out?
This cargo door swings. Let's see. You know, it looks like. Sorry, I'm gonna do a newbie thing and tell you some out of character stuff. It looks like they don't really specify what kind of door it is.
Hooray, you get to
It is a
decide whether or
warehouse
not they've
loading door.
developed rolling
So,
doors yet.
yeah, I believe it would probably be that this door slides, like you can push it to the side and it slides into the wall.
Yeah,
Alright.
if it's one of those big loading bay doors, it's either the two that open outward or a big
Mm-hmm.
sliding one.
I imagine.
Then
Yeah,
I
so you can
will-
grab onto a big ring and it just slides to the side.
I am going to be opening it slightly so
Mm-hmm.
that we can look in, and I'm also going to be in the area where I'm not visible.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh fuck! I'm gonna be visible.
Roll.
Probably.
How far open do you want to open this door?
at first just like an inch to be able to see what's going on inside. Like barely anything, just enough for visibility.
Roll another stealth check.
$22.
All right. So the door, you put just enough pressure on that door to like slide it open just an inch.
Okay.
So are you gonna who's
I'm gonna
putting their
motion
face in this
the
crack?
gap.
I will.
I will too.
Yes.
Everybody's gonna go peek in Scooby-Doo style.
I'm gonna step back.
All right.
Anne is not going to peek in Scooby-Doo
Okay.
style.
So
No, I'll
Anna's
sit
staying where
on
she's
that.
at.
Back away.
I'll sit
So-
on Anne's head and peek around.
Anne's stealth check. Anne's stealth check stands. Everyone else that's peeking in, make a stealth check.
Someone's about to get a fucking dart in the eye.
I'm not even so sure I want to be sneaky, but we'll see how this goes.
Okay.
Finding stealth, finding stealth. I'm reasonably stealthy.
You know, this is your second really
Damn.
really bad roll.
Yeah,
You
Wait,
should've
no, wait.
drank
That wasn't you. That
beer
was
this
Corbin.
session. You
Yeah,
didn't drink anything and you're
you-
hungover.
You fly down to land gracefully on Anne's shoulder and just kind of thump into the door. At this
It's all that
point,
alcohol
Anne
I've
backs
been
away, like, I'm not getting into this shit. You're on your own.
Corbin walks right up to the.
all right. So Corbin's walking right up to the door. All right. So let me take care of something really quick.
There, in the corner.
Darn it. Some of this information is laid out very strangely in the book. It's very pretty, but kind of mixed up.
Well, can I pick myself up off the ground and put myself on Corbin's shoulder? Or, yeah, from where I hit the door.
I bet you can use Windex.
And you have a
Feathers.
passive perception 20, correct?
I do.
Was there someone else who had an 18?
I had a 16.
Okay. Anne, as soon as you hear that thump on the door, as Sir Wingsworth?
Yes, Sir Wings.
Sir Wingsworth thumps into the door, you hear some scuffling inside.
They know we're here. And
Okay.
I'm gonna hide.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I'm actually gonna, like, make as big of a scene as possible now. Like, "Rah! Rah!" and flap my feathers around and, like,
Alright.
try and draw people's attention.
Let's see.
Funny that I could hear that, but I couldn't hear whether or not there were people.
How do
paying
I
attention.
how do I hide things that are on the map?
Hover over them, or not hover over them. Click them.
Mm-hmm.
Right click. And
Okay.
go layer to a different layer. Probably GM layer.
GM layer. Okay.
I'm keeping the other Roll20 open,
Alright.
the old game open, so I can double check how to do that.
All right. Cool. Yep. So, I'm sorry. Remind me what happened again. As soon as Angua hits the door, or sorry, Sir Wingsworth hits the door.
I started making a fuss. Like, I started, like, flapping and rolling and, like, poofing myself slightly off the ground. And
All indignant avian.
oh yeah, total
Pride.
indignant avian.
Okay.
Okay with this.
Nothing happened.
Cool.
Nobody comes out to check on the bird throwing a fit.
Nope.
Damn, my name was bait and it didn't work.
Let's see.
Okay, I'm going to
Um,
gracefully pick myself up, fluff my feathers, do that thing like you didn't see that, and then waddle away.
Okay.
Corbin's gonna
Very
start.
prideful model.
Corbin's gonna start
I'll be back in the
humming.
room.
Okay. Corbin's gonna start humming to himself, just out loud, like, and he's gonna stick his toe out, hook it under the door, and kind of shove the door upward with his foot to open it.
Okay. With your foot.
Mm-hmm. You said it opened only in. It slides, right? I'm sorry.
Yes, it
I was
slides.
thinking vertical, but no, it's like horizontal, right?
Yeah. I
Okay,
don't know
so
if they
you
would
just- you
have the
just-
rolling warehouse doors yet without a motor, so we're going with
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
We're going with an inset door, which is even still probably too advanced. But
Yeah, maybe.
Actually, and I know this because I used to work at a Renaissance fair. They had pull, draw, and roll up doors since like the 1700s.
Ooh.
Usually
So,
on
yeah.
either water wheels or turn cranks.
yeah, well, good thing it isn't that kind, because it would
So
probably
I
be a
guess
lot harder to open.
instead of his toe, he's just gonna put his hand on it and start trying to open it, all while like humming a little song to himself out loud.
All right, so roll a strength check. I'm just pushing the door open.
Oh,
Let's hope that y'all have a better time with doors than Vox Machina did. All right,
I'm not
you-
sure because I think none of us have a strength over 10.
we have a
You-
very, very low strength party.
Yep, you push the door open, and it opens. And then you can see. Can you see that interior?
Some of it.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's the. So then the fog of war should be working. So that's about what you can see from there.
And still just like humming a little tune to himself. He's just
I'm
gonna
gonna
step.
waddle in past and I'm gonna attempt to be sneaky about it. I'm gonna kind of waddle in past Corbin and find somewhere to perch, like somewhere
Alright.
high.
I need a stealth check.
You can absolutely have one. No, I
And have
refuse.
I mean, if you don't want to roll a stealth check, you can just waddle in there and sit on something. I think it would be funny.
I mean, I did badly. anyway.
Well, I guess you kind of did. You were like, I don't need to stealth. I'm just gonna wander. Like, who's gonna
I am a
care about a bird, right? I'm just a bird, man. Nothing to see here.
Hi, I'm your very entitled tax collector today.
Yes, absolutely. Let me see your paperwork. All right. So yeah, you. So who all is inside the building right now?
I will have gone inside to back up our.
Is this like a
Shorter
pile of
friend.
boxes right here?
I am hiding behind the edge of the door so that I might be able to catch things unaware if shit goes down. I also might end up, locked outside. Who knows?
All right.
But I just met these people.
So what I would like for everyone to do, as soon as you walk into the room, you all make a perception check for me.
So not me, because I'm not in the
Nope.
room.
16.
17.
10! I'm at least not
All
looking
right.
in the hat.
So, Cad and Corbin, you both hear some shuffling. So you all probably got. I'm gonna move your token. Sorry, guys. Here we go. You flapped in right there. You got a 10.
Yep.
Um,
I found something
Yeah.
like immediately above the
Yeah.
ground to perch on.
So Corbin and Cad, you notice like within just a breath of entering the door that there are some things hiding behind the furniture. All of the what's the word I'm looking for?
Crates and.
Yeah, so what you have is it's tables and chairs have been carelessly tossed across the floor. The corpses of a dozen men lie along the walls, their rapiers and
Oh.
daggers lying nearby. On the
Wow.
north side of the area, stairs rise to an open level above. And as you guys walk into the room, Corbin and Cad, you both notice that there are some creatures hiding behind the furniture. And I am going to reveal them now because as soon as you step in and notice them, they come out from behind. So let me figure out how to fix their
I'm gonna loot the
tokens.
corpse's pockets for
If they're
change.
on your GM level, you
Cool.
have to go to your GM level.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right click.
I just need to find that
Go to the cube again
cube.
and go GM info overlay.
Okay, cool.
And that should allow you to grab the ones that are on the GM level.
And that's gonna go to the token layer, correct?
Yeah. Boop.
All
There's
right.
one.
Wait, are these what I think they are?
If you think they're fucking bird person.
That's what I was
So,
thinking.
4 short avian creatures with long beaks and black feathers look over from where they stand in the middle of the warehouse. Each wears a hooded cloak and wields a short sword. And it is time for everyone to roll initiative.
Remember to click on your token before hitting the initiative on your character sheet.
Okay, so
remember
let me
to do
find
so
my initiative tracker.
Which?
Oh yeah, wait for the initiative tracker.
The clock
Where
icon.
is it? Clock icon. So I was expecting to see an extra set of tabs, but okay, that's cool. So I have other initiatives in here right now. How do I fix that?
If you hover
Delete.
your mouse over
Remove all
them.
turns. I found it.
Yep.
Aha! Okay, so now how do I get my
Click on them, and
Kinku?
then click on your page where you have their initiative. Click on that.
I'm just having trouble clicking on the actual
Finally,
tokens.
for once, I don't roll like shit.
Alright, sorry, I just need to figure out how to select that token.
Well, the first campaign I was in, it was in Stretch's Curse of Strahd, and I rolled a 1 for initiative for the first battle. Last week is the second real campaign I'm in, and I roll a 1 for the first battle. I'm done with the ones during initiative, but I'm still not doing too well, it seems.
Yeah, I got an 18, so I'm just looking at the bird people like, sup.
I got a natural 1 for my
All
fucking
right.
initiative, so. But
I'm
you know what?
looking
I'm okay with
for. I'm
Not
looking
be
for the
threatened,
characters that
fellow
I.
bird.
What's that?
I'm looking for the characters I need. The
The Kenku?
The
It's
Kinku.
in your journal.
Yeah, I'm looking, but I can't find.
I love that they're called the Kinku. I'm forever happy about that.
Yeah, I'm just looking for
I'm trying to
them.
remember if you can do it that way.
I better be able to. I don't have to roll these.
Well, no, I'm trying to remember. There's a different way to go about it. Like, what is that?
Because I was able to find the Shit, what are they called? Oh, am I allowed to curse? Sorry, I'm gonna curse.
Yeah, you're gonna curse.
Are you kidding me? Do you know how many curses we've already let loose?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Fuck that bullshit.
All right, so
In your journal, go to monsters.
monsters. That's what I'm looking for, and I'm having a trouble finding it.
I don't.
Let's
remember. Oh, wait, did I
see.
already delete that one? Let me double check. Let me see something.
Creatures and monsters. I think I found it.
Yep.
There we go. Okay.
Hey. You okay,
So
Brian? That was a good sneeze.
now, can I roll for multiple Kinku separately?
Yeah, you'll have to select one and then roll, and then select the next one and then roll, and then select the next one.
Yeah, use the
Okay,
same
sweet.
sheet. Just move your foot.
Awesome. This is working. Hush. All right, so now I need to organize
Awesome.
everyone. How do I organize everyone by
You should have.
initiative?
It is
Go-
up at the top of the turn order.
There we go. Wait, nope, that didn't work.
There's another option that
aha.
says like descending, ascending. There you go. Hey.
Question before we begin. With my
Yes.
22 stealth,
Yes.
am I hidden on the other side of the door?
Yeah,
Cool.
they do not see
Lucky.
you. They don't seem to see you, but you also are really. You're not seeing a whole lot of the action. You're seeing basically what's behind Corbin right now. That's about it.
Yeah, that's fine because I'm going to hear shit go down by the time we hit my.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
Yup.
So first Kenku is this one.
Mhm.
This creature is going to move.
I'm about to get.
Let me actually roll. I'm gonna roll an intelligence check on the Kenku. to see if it would have any reason to attack a bird.
That
It has no reason to attack the bird. It has no reason to attack the bird.
Let's see. That might be perception. So how would I roll that?
They
on
have
the
their
character.
wisdom.
Yeah.
Yeah, roll their wisdom if they don't have perception as an actual skill.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna say because you just like flapped through this door as soon as it opened and settled down right next to this Kenku, and he is the very first one to react. It's probably because you came and flapped by and sat right down next to him. He immediately was like, "Oh fuck, something's happening," or more like, I don't know, creepy bird squawks.
Yeah, but I'm up on the crate. I'm up on the pile of.
And it's like, oh, this is
I
one of
found
my.
somewhere high.
This is one of my people.
You found somewhere with your 7.
I mean, that's like an 8-foot tall crate.
How do you
Yeah.
know that's an 8-foot tall crate?
Because it's bigger than
It's
about
holding
2.5
pikes.
squares.
It doesn't mean that it's tall.
Fair.
But I'm gonna say that this crate is like 3.5 feet tall. It's really the tallest thing in this area. Like this warehouse has been ransacked. Everything that was in this room has been overturned, tossed around, smashed to pieces. It's been kind of destroyed. So there is one intact crate, and that's what the Kenku was hiding behind. So you basically landed right above his head. Not really super quietly either. So he definitely notices that you're there, and he can reach you where you're at.
Yeah, but does he have a reason to attack me aside from being startled?
If he's
By another
startled,
bird.
that's good enough. So he is going to make an attack at you. What is your armor class?
13.
All right. Well, he goes to jab at you with his short sword, and he misses. He's kind of scared. It's like a reflex. He's just and it doesn't hit you. None doesn't even come close.
Indignant feather puff.
Yeah. All right.
Like in the language of birds, it's dude, back off.
All right. So that brings us down to the next Kenku's turn. Is there a way for me to progress the turn on the?
Yeah, the
turn
little
order?
arrow on the bottom.
Awesome. Cool. Thanks. All right. So this Kenku, which one is that? Aha. So this guy over here is going to aim at Corbin with a short bow shot. And that one... Now this one, a short bow can be fired at 10 feet, right?
Yes.
Or
as
can
long
hit
as
at 10
it's-
feet.
Yeah, as long as it's further than.
Melee?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yep, then he's going to use a short bow. Armor class?
Armor class is 16, but I'm going to use my reaction to do a thing.
Okay.
Hey, there we go.
Now he got a 13. The short bow.
So that would be
So
not a
he,
hit.
yeah, so he
So
didn't
then
hit. You don't need to use that.
that
yet.
means I don't need to spend that reaction. Oh well.
That's right. Yeah, I know
So
everyone's
a
super excited to use their
crossbow
cool,
bolt.
super cool stuff, but we'll get
Use
there. I
super cool
promise.
stuff when we actually,
Yeah, well, when I actually get hit, yes.
Yeah. No, don't worry. Like 4 Kenku just pour into the room. You needed something to hit with your fancy spells? Just kidding. All right. So, yep. So that one misses. And on to Angwa's turn.
I'm not ready to attack anything yet, so I'm just gonna like hop further away from this dude.
All right. So are you going to use your, I believe it's your action to disengage?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
for
So
the-
then
for
you
this dude.
disengage, and then you can use your move. Your move as a hawk is how many feet?
Hold on, I have that. Let me just bring that up. Oh, look,
Quite a few if you take the
60
deer.
feet fly.
60 feet. Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, but it's a little cramped to fly. It's a little cramped to
You
take
can
off.
you can hop from place to place.
Yeah, I've
You probably won't get the full 60. I would say you probably get closer to like 40, but
no, it's a 30. I just looked.
30? Okay.
Yep, it's a
And
30
that's
hop.
a hop. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Yeah, so are you going to be like on top of this little stack of crates? I would say
Yeah,
that this stack
yeah.
of crates over here is closer to like 6 feet high. So
Okay, yeah,
you're gonna be
I'm
on
just
top of
on
that.
top of like this stack of crates there.
All right. Then
And I
Is
just
there
look
anything
at the Kenku as I disengage, and I'm like, bah! Flip and flap over to the crate.
okay. All right. And then next is gonna be this Kenku right in front,
I'm watching you and I'm judging you.
and it is gonna run forward to here and attempt to attack Cad with a short sword.
Fuck.
12. Does 12 hit?
Miss.
All right. He just kind of like swings wildly as they're still kind of like getting their bearings after somebody rushing in on them. And he just kind of misses. And that's his turn.
Cool.
Next one is this one. This one is also going to use a short bow to attack Corbin.
Cool. Not me.
Armor class is still 16.
All right, so that also misses. So you guys just bust in this door, and
I am invincible.
And
these
everybody
Kenku
was
just
kung fu
can't hit
fighting.
you. All right, so
This is
Corbin.
only gonna work
was
so many
kung
times.
fu
Come on.
fighting.
So Corbin is gonna haul off and whack the one that's right in front of him with the quarter.
All right.
That is
Okay.
a crit.
So now when you do roll 20, does it calculate your crit damage all for you?
Yep,
That's
I
new.
have it set up. Yeah, I have it set up for crit, so that's 8
Okay.
total bludgeoning damage.
All right. So
So that's
this
my
Kenku
action.
here, and then I can use these bubbles, the colored bubbles on these tokens secretly, correct?
Yes.
You guys can't see what I put into
Yes.
those bubbles. Sweet.
Nope.
Don't worry, we have Stretch doing the.
Setting up everything.
Yeah, so we see his screen. He can't be secret,
Right.
but we can.
Curses.
Okay, cool. All right. Well,
I'm going to spend 1 key point, and for my bonus action, I'm going to Flurry of Blow.
okay. So will you
I'm
give
gonna
me a
smack-
brief summary of what a key point is and how you use them?
Sure.
Just for
Key point.
everyone's information.
Yeah, sure. Key points are the monk's version of, the spellcasters having spell slots or the barbarian having a certain number of rages every time.
Okay.
It's the monk's sort of like ability resource. So I have several abilities that require me to spend key points, and once I'm out of them, I need to regenerate them by us, taking a rest.
Cool. All right.
And
So you're gonna do flurry of blows?
I had 3 because we were rested, and I've just spent 1, so now I'm down to 2.
Okay, cool.
And so I'm going to make an unarmed strike on this fellow right in front of me.
All right. It says you can do 2 unarmed
2.
strikes as a bonus action.
Yes, indeed.
So that's a 22 to hit and 5 bludgeoning.
There's the first one.
All right. So that
And-
hits him pretty hard. That's
Sweet.
He felt that.
Yep. Crack.
And there's a
Whenever-
Kenku just going, what the hell, man?
And whenever I use Flurry of Blows, because I'm a drunky monk, I get an extra 10 feet of movement. So I have 45 feet of movement if I care to use it, and I have the benefits of disengage, so I can move in and out of anyone's range without taking an opportunity attack. So I am going to just
Okay.
dash
Okay.
5, 10, 15 feet over here and smack this one in the face with an unarmed strike. Just crack him in the face with my elbow.
All right. That
Or a miss. Oh, it hit. Wow.
and yep.
So 6 bludgeoning damage to that one.
Okay.
And I still have
Okay.
30 feet of movement this turn, so
All right.
I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go there.
But you
And
don't.
just kind of be in the calm, drunk center of the storm right here.
That sounds great. All right.
And that's my turn.
Awesome. It is Anne's turn now.
Fucking monks, man.
Yep.
All right. Anne's gonna
We don't need no barbarian.
curse and be like, I guess these guys aren't exactly quiet. She fingers her bracelet a little bit, turns into the doorway, looks, sees this one by itself. There
Yep.
we go. And hoping he didn't know she was there, going to attack with her short bow,
Okay.
which is a 12.
It just misses. It just sails just right past it.
Womp, womp. Alright. She's just going to come
Just kind of stay
and
right
look
there.
a little
Okay.
bit more.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
be
from where
like,
you're
"You
at
know
there, you
what?
can kind of see this whole set of the room. Your vision is kind of obscured beyond those cardboard boxes there, but you can see
Yeah,
what's
I'm
you
going
can see
to
the
go
rest
on
of
the other
this.
side of the door and then just keep an
Okay.
eye out.
Cool.
Using that for cover.
Is that everything you need to do this
That's
turn?
all I can do.
Sweet. Cad.
Yup. I've got one flappy boy right in front of me trying to stab me with a short sword, so I'm going to try and stab him back with my spear.
Okay.
Two-handed style. Natural 20!
Oh. Okay, that's fine. How much damage did that do?
Kinku kebab.
It's gonna be a 6.
He crumples.
Cool.
You push that spear just through. Yeah, that spear goes right through his heart, and he just gurgles a little bit and slumps
Cad,
down.
just so you know, I'm gonna eat that later.
Thumbs up. And then as a bonus
Not
action,
speaking English. That's gross.
as a bonus action, I'm going to look at Corbin and go, everything is awesome. Everything kicks ass when you're part of a team. Inspiration.
Okay. All right. So Corbin gets a D10. Is it a D10? You get a D6 right now at this
D6
level,
for right
correct? Okay. Yep.
Yes.
I can tell
D6.
where you are in the Vox Machina set.
I think Scanlan's always had a D10 since I've been listening to it.
Yeah, because they came in at level 9.
Yeah. Well, I've also seen a lot of other things recently in D&D that just go with a D10. There's a lot of D10 stuff. I like it.
It's also dependent on whether or not it's a bard, a low-level bard doing it, or whether the DM says, you have inspiration.
Yeah. I mean, I can literally do whatever I want. Feels good, man. All right. So, how did you normally hide, or sorry, how did you normally designate that a monster was dead? Did you just delete the token?
I just usually deleted the token. Or what you can do is
Okay.
if you click the token, you can go to the little mirror-looking thing and select the little icon. There's a skull crossbones icon that you can put on it.
Nice.
Cool. Very cool. Yep. So we will do that because I want to make sure that we know where all of the bodies lie. Just for, role-playing purposes. We want to remember where all the corpses go.
Exactly.
All right. So that's the end of your turn?
I am also
move?
going to back the fuck up away from. Yeah, right about there. Back up against the wall. That way I can still see
that's-
anything.
Okay.
That's the
Well,
open.
that's an open door right there where you're standing.
I thought the door was still mostly closed.
No. The door. I mean, it's Corbin rolled a strength check to push it open, and he pushed it most of the way open.
Shoved it open.
I'm the carrion eater. I know where all the bodies are buried.
Well, in that case, I will stand here with my back to the door.
Okay.
Open door.
All right. And we come back up to the top of the round,
Yep.
and
I
that would
snickered to
be
myself
this
watching
Kinku
all
here.
this.
This
Motherfucker
kinku here.
is a motherfucker.
It is a bonus action to swap weapons, correct?
It's up to you.
Some people put it in the movement action, like part of the movement. It depends on, like, it was bonus action in 4th edition.
Yeah, so it's not stated in 5th edition?
In 5th edition, you can do it as part of your movement. You can still move and do that.
Okay. Well, then, this kinku here is going to change out its sword for a short bow and take a shot at Cad, who he just watched to kill one of his companions.
Kill is such a strong word.
And he's
Fortunately,
gonna
he's just
fucking miss! Get your shit together, kinkus! You're
We
useless!
walk between the rain.
The kinkus
Alright.
They're just like...
That kinku
No,
is just...
Are you stealing all my crazy monk lines?
I don't know. I'm pretty much going along with the Kenku here. I missed 2. I think we need to get up close.
This kinku is going to also use the short bow on Cat.
Fuck.
Shit. Oh, whoops. That was... I didn't mean to do that. So the first one was a 14. Rolled a 14. Does that hit?
No. Armor class of 15.
What the hell? Okay. Then
I bought a
we can
shield,
use this
fucker!
The kinkus have no sense of self-preservation.
Nope.
I mean, they're pretty... They were just chilling out in here, and you busted in on them, started stabbing people, so...
Are they wearing black?
They are wearing red hooded robes, or like a leather
they're
armor with like a
robes.
red hooded mantle, I believe, or maybe
These
it's a
aren't
full
our
robe.
guys.
Bad guys, wear black, coming for you, we're the cows from hell!
No, the people that took the Gentleman of the Night were wearing black. These guys don't.
Yeah,
wear black.
they also weren't
You guys are
people.
referring to Floon Blackmar as a gentleman of the night. Like, that's just fucking great.
Guys, you'd think that the dude that was getting us on this case would have told us if
Gigolo?
bird people kidnapped his friend.
The person that sent you on this trail, he had no indication of what happened. Floon disappeared. As far as Volo knew, Floon just disappeared in the night.
Yeah, but nobody else we talked to mentioned that birds killed birds.
No, that is
That's the
true.
dude
No one has mentioned anything about bird people yet.
You'd think they would, given that they were telling this story to a bird. Hey, your fucking people stole our friend.
I don't know if these people were telling this story to a bird or telling this story near a bird who seemed to think that it was part of the conversation.
I feel like one of these is more accurate than the other.
The bird is always part of the conversation.
Like, these people, when they're telling this story later, they were like, there was this weird fucking bird. It wouldn't leave me alone.
Just fucking staring at me, man, with these eyes. He's way too intelligent.
It kept
eyes.
nodding. I swear it knew what I was saying.
You ever looked into a goat's eyes? Was it not like that?
It was drinking all the beer.
All right, Angua, how would you like to spend your turn?
Looting the corpses for change?
Are
You're
you
the
going
worst!
over to the corpse of the dude, the bird
All right.
dude in the middle?
So you're gonna want to move
No,
up
not
towards
the
the
king,
walls.
not the bird of the
Yeah.
kinku, not the corpse of the kinku. No, just like the corpses
one of the
along the
corpses.
walls.
So you're gonna want to head to
You're gonna go loot while this is
Other way.
happening?
Other way.
Yeah?
I believe
you
it is
guys.
to the right, actually. That
Okay.
rightmost wall.
This one.
That long straight wall. There's about a dozen bodies kind of like pushed up to that wall.
We convinced a man that you needed a paycheck for this.
Do you
Okay.
want my help? I can attack one of the incompetent kinku.
I
but
am
they're pretty
Yes!
much not a threat to you right
No,
now.
I like this.
I'm gonna have you roll a perception check or probably an investigation check, unless you don't have it as a bird, with a disadvantage because there is an enormous fight going on and their clothes are heavy. They're like their hands and fingers and clothes and pockets. They're heavy.
I hate
Okay,
you so
well,
much right now.
Do you need help? Do you want me to go over there and help? Because say Cad gives me a whistle and I'll go over and help.
Are you gonna look at a hawk struggling to lift a dead man's pinky finger and say, "Why aren't you helping?"
Yes.
Okay, so you're gonna give a whistle.
God damn it.
Okay, I will dart over here and attack this kinku with a claw.
Oh
All
my
right,
god.
so
And then I'm gonna like fly as much as possible.
I'm just
like-
gonna have you roll a dexterity.
Okay.
Them
We
right
can do
there's
that.
some bird on bird action.
It's about to get saucy up in here.
All right, that unfortunately misses. Just misses. You just like right past the side of its head.
Yeah, I cannot for the life of me. My mouse is double clicking and stuff, so we will
That's
definitely
okay,
have
that's
to
4, 9, 12.
All right,
One of
so
these will hit!
pick one.
all right.
So I miss the kinku.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
basically the way I'm doing it is I miss him and I land like over here.
Okay. Then
Roll
we're
out of the
moving
way.
on to
There, I helped
not
you
the dead
instead of
kinku.
looting.
I'm actually gonna take him off the initiative tracker. There we go. Okay, so this kinku back here. This kinku is gonna aim a shot at Corbin. Nope. You know what? He's been watching his friends try to shoot these guys
You
and
made me a
missing
traitor to my
terribly.
people, Cad.
So I'm going to move him over here, and he is going to make an attack against Corbin
All right.
with the short sword. 14. Does a 14 hit?
No, it does not.
Oh my god, you guys. You can't just walk in here and
I told
avoid
you.
every blow.
Why can't I loot? The kinkos are no threat to you.
Alright.
Blame the
That's
dice.
the end of that frickin' Kinku's turn.
Oh, hi there.
Bunch of blind bird people that have spent far too much time in the dark.
Oh, okay.
Does
Yes.
14 hit?
14 hits. So that one takes 5 bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
Yep.
And
yep.
I am not going to spend a key point, but because I'm a monk, I can spend my bonus action to do an unarmed strike. A single, not double, a single unarmed
All
strike.
right, go ahead and roll it. That's another 5. Like, you just whap, and get 2 really solid hits in on this Kinku, and he's looking... He's hurt.
Dizzy.
That was a really solid hit.
Okay.
10 damage. Wow.
And that's my
10
turn.
damage?
Not
You're
gonna-
level 3! Holy crap.
Yeah.
That was really good. Fucking monks. Alright. That brings us down to Anne.
Alright, Anne's gonna dip back into the line of fire. Do I get... I'm going to shoot the one that is with my friend. I don't think I get sneak attack because I forgot to hide.
Probably not because it's not engaged with anybody at the moment.
This one?
Oh yeah, that one you'd be able to get a sneak attack on because it's engaged with Corbin.
Okay. So, 21?
21 should hit.
Sorry,
One would hope.
I was looking something up. Whoops. Yes, 21 does hit.
That one.
And do you have... What is the damage on it? Aha, I see it.
11.
Which one? I
The
didn't
one
see it.
Corbin's with.
Oh, okay. That one dies.
Hooray!
Yeah, you hit him and he goes down.
15, 20, 25, 30. Alright. I'm just darting in between the doors. And I'm done.
Awesome. Okay,
Oh, wait,
so
can I
that
take
brings
my
us
bonus
down.
action to hide? I mean, not really. They kind of know where I am.
Yeah, I don't know. They kind of know. You've already demonstrated your movement strategy from one side to the other, so they're probably expecting to see you dart back across any minute.
Okay,
Yeah,
then I'll
but
just take the cover.
Yeah, you can take cover is what I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
All right. Then that brings us to Cad.
In that case, let's see. Burb is going after this guy, so I will run him through like I did his friend, hopefully.
You made me a traitor to my burb people.
I didn't make you do shit. I made a suggestion and you followed through with it. Oh, that's 8.
It's to make up for that 20
that
from
does
earlier.
not fucking hit.
Yay!
That Kinku
Hooray!
swipes out of the way and just squawks at you. What? I mean,
This is the same Kenku who
what
also
kind of
dodged
Kinku
my,
make sounds?
arrow.
Or what kind of sounds do Kinku make other than mimicry?
Mimicry.
Just regular squawking sounds?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so. Ah!
Yeah. All right. So that is. Why am I
Welcome
not
to
seeing
the
the damage
99.
on these?
Because we have to click it
Oh.
where you see damage.
Oh. So if I click yours, does it show me? Does that give me a secret damage roll?
No.
I was able to see that.
Okay, that's what I'm wondering. Like what? So anyway, you hit this one with a spear.
Wow, somebody's doing fucking Spaceballs references in the chat.
What?
You, sir.
Yeah, that would be my friend.
So then, what did you roll for damage?
I rolled an 8 to hit. So
Okay.
I completely
Yep.
fucking
Sorry,
missed.
I see it. I don't know if it's something about maybe it's my screen size or something, but everything just looks slightly different on this computer.
Huh.
This is why I need like 3 or 4 monitors, guys.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so then that brings us back to the first Kinku.
I see you.
He is going to fucking leave.
Yeah.
So he's going to go 5, and then this is difficult terrain because he's moving over all of this like crap. So 15, 25, 30. And this Kinku's also still alive. So he is going to
Come on.
go
Run.
here.
Attack of opportunity.
5, 10. He can use his action to disengage, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so he's going to do that. He's going to slide around you, disengage. 15, 20, 25, 30. All right. Then we come back to Angua.
They ran away. I'm looting now.
Okay.
I'm looting. I am gonna hop over here. Give a cursory inspection of the Kinku, the dead one.
Okay.
Perception?
Yeah, still gonna be at a disadvantage though, because as I said before, you're very still sort of in battle, so.
Okay.
Oh! Well.
Fuck you, disadvantage.
Yeah!
Alright. Indeed, fuck my disadvantage. You find 2 gold dragons. There wasn't a whole lot on this. There's some leather armor, the short bow and the short sword, and you find a couple like just a little pocket change, a couple gold dragons. They are, however, pretty big. So you can take them, but you'll be carrying them around until you put them somewhere else. Yeah.
Then I will just squirrel them away over by the box for right now,
Okay.
so I can alert somebody to carry them for me later.
Clutching these gold coins.
All right. Then we'll move on to Corbin.
Does Corbin see the hawk pull 2 coins off of this corpse.
Roll perception on that one.
He's standing right in front of
But,
it.
yeah, but he also has been busy killing stuff. Yeah, you do see it. You see this
So,
because you just laid this guy out, and as soon as he hit the ground, this bird comes over and starts picking things out of his pocket.
Corbin gives Sir Winsworth III some epic side-eye and says, "You will be sharing that with all of us."
Side beacon return, sir. Side beacon return.
And then, sure,
So
Corbin goes
the
over and
others-
checks out this corpse.
Yeah. Okay.
There's still
I'm gonna say
people
disadvantage still because we are still in combat. So
But I
give it
thought
to
they,
me
I
at
thought they all
disadvantage.
fled. Are they
They
still
are
here?
running away, but they've only just gotten to the edges of the building.
And
Like they're
one
like
of
one of them
them
is
is
still
running.
inside the building. Yeah.
One of them
They're
is
in
still
that
right
case-
there.
In that case, I was here.
Like you can hear them shuffling off. They're not being quiet.
Run him down!
Oh yeah, that's well within my range of movement. Oh,
There's one up north!
I can't
Yeah,
see it. Fog
there's
of
a
war.
little-
There's something up there.
Yeah. There's a
Yeah.
little difficult terrain in between here and there. Some like furniture and crud. There's a few squares of difficult terrain.
Go like this way.
Yeah, if you went that way, you could come around the boxes.
I don't think I'd have the movement. Okay. Is there any way to squeak around in between some of them? Because I'm a small
Yeah.
creature,
If you
not a
go
medium
to
creature.
if you go to the left and then up, there's a couple squares that would be difficult terrain. Yeah, right there.
5, 10, 15, 20. I still have 15 feet of movement.
Oh yeah, you
So
can
you-
get right up to one and punch him in the
Yeah, you
fucking
could just get right
face.
next to him, right there. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Fist his butt.
Jesus.
Well, after that comment, I don't even want to attack him at all.
I wouldn't want to either.
Just let him run away. He's
All
already
right.
ashamed.
Yes, you do hit.
It's a 17 to hit.
And
Taking my bonus action for my martial artsy unarmed strike.
okay, that also hits.
11 damage.
All right. Okay, he is quite close to death. You just clobber him in the back, and then like give him a good unarmed strike. You give him, I don't know, a punch. I'm a girl. I don't care about how different kinds of punches work.
Sure, we can call it a punch.
Palm Hill strike.
Head
A
butt.
punch. Yeah.
It is a strike over the. It's a hammer strike over the back of the head. Thank you very much.
There you go.
Well, actually, I'm using my quarterstaff two-handed, so anything but my hands, but like headbutts, elbows, knees, kicks. I can
Somebody
smack 'em
here
with my
knows
ass,
about all
whatever.
that violence.
I will
and if you ever need
violently
to
ram
call
my
what
butt
kind-
into them.
Jesus, you guys are so weird and very fixated on butts.
Yeah.
You guys are. I'm just completely like la la la. What-
I'm over
Yeah.
here looting.
All right, let's move on then. And you just saw this last Kenku like book it right out that door.
All right. I heard Corbin say, "Run them down."
Oh wait, he would have actually been right here.
Okay.
Cool. Oh, that makes it way more better for me.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run in front of them. 5, 10, 15. As I'm running over, I switch from my bow to my dagger and hold it up. My dagger and my short sword. And I'm going to hold it up to him. And I'm going to say, listen, we have questions. You want to leave alive? You answer them. And if at all possible, I do that.
Oh, good. I'm gonna have to come speak to a kinku.
Kinkus don't have a language.
Yeah.
There's no really speaking to them.
Go ahead and roll
They heard stuff. They can repeat.
intimidation.
Not actually one of my strong points.
Polly says piss off, right?
Nope.
Congratulations, you're about as intimidating as a wet ginger towel.
That's about what Anne looks like. Yeah, that's her usual plan.
Yeah,
So, it works against her in this case.
does not. He's kind of like hesitating for a second, but you can see that he's just looking for a way to get around you as quickly as possible.
Nope, I have him engaged.
Yup.
Well, he's not. It's not even his turn yet, so
Yep.
you're gonna.
And then I'm actually going to move down one more.
Yeah, block him.
So as I'm saying that, I circle around him so that Cad can just walk forward.
All right.
And that's exactly what I'm gonna do, is stroll... Oh, God! Oh, God, why is this doing this? Oh, God, why is this doing this?
Did you
There we
go backwards?
Kind of. I right-clicked instead of left-clicking. So the map went, whee! I'm strolling right up behind and giving a good thrusting from behind.
Which should be at an advantage.
Natural one!
But it's advantage, so it's an 8.
You shoved the spear into the
Yes,
ground
you get-
and fall over.
You get everyone can have a flanking bonus, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. You get an 8, but you don't hit him.
Son of a bitch.
Really?
Just
He's
remember.
right. I have him right here.
You missed! How could you miss? He was 3 feet in front of you!
From deep in the warehouse, Corbin goes, "Ah."
Alright. So this Kenku here, it is his turn, so he is going to.
I was trying to
Now
do
he can
that.
he can still disengage, correct?
Yes.
Yes, that's his action.
Yeah, he's gonna do that.
If he doesn't already.
1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so this guy. Oh, not right there. 6. Yeah, so he's there. And that's his turn. This Kenku is going to look between the two of you.
Nope.
He is also going to disengage. Wait, can a flanked character disengage?
I believe so.
It's an action.
Yeah, I believe that's their action, and I don't think they can move very far.
Just these guys can move the normal speed, 30 feet. So
The real question is, can they disengage
Right there.
twice? Because they're still within combat. Like, is
What do you mean
disengage
disengage?
just
You
from the one
When you
position?
disengage, you're disengaging from both people that are attacking you.
yeah. So that gets about here. Whoops, what did I do? Whoops. Okay. Yep. I'm doing that thing. Okay. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, it's worded as when you take the disengage action, your movement does not provoke attacks of opportunity for the rest of the turn. So that'd be
For the rest of the turn. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the Kenku's turn. Angua, you're up.
Okay, so it ran away from them. They're no longer visible.
Anne and Cadmus still have sight on the Kinkus.
Yep.
But the other two inside are dead. Completely dead.
Yeah. Would Cad want me to chase that one? Is there
Probably. I
any
just
crystal
screamed
ring?
out to run them down.
I mean, I don't
Run
always
them
take orders from you.
down,
I'm not
loot
exactly
the
your bird.
corpses. Same difference.
Exactly. Oh,
It's not like a hawk understands common.
exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Okay. Then yeah, I'm gonna go over and start looting some more bodies.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back to my cursory examination of the bodies.
At least we don't have to pick through the corpses. I mean, this is not a bad deal for us.
Yeah,
Jesus.
cause like I'm setting the valuable things on the ground, guys, with some change squirreled away over by those crates where nobody will look. I'm doing him
Alright.
all a service.
So you are officially looting the corpses along the wall.
Yep.
All right.
Screw it. the
They,
king-
yeah, they have. Some of them have black leather armor on.
The hawk is
They
played by Laura
have-
Bailey.
Yes.
Tattoos. I need. They all have many of them have distinctive tattoos, and as soon as I remember what it is, I will tell you about it. Do. Oh, crap! It's the tattoos. Black tattoo. No, black tattoo of a winged snake on their necks and forearms.
Okay, so are we kind of more or less out of combat now since the other Kinku's disengaged?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, they're still
Ingua
running.
and
They're still on the map.
Ingua and Cadmus are still on their trail.
All right, you guys go run them down. I'll be here and
Yep.
I'll show you
So
stuff when
you
you get
see
back.
them. They have a combination of rapiers and daggers. A lot of them were wearing black leather armor. You don't
Okay.
find anything on their
Yeah.
clothes. It looks like they were kind of picked clean.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna in case anybody wants the weapons, I'm just gonna start making a hawk pile of shinies.
You can carry the
Oh, I'm not gonna carry them. I'm just gonna
daggers.
kind of toss them. Like,
with the
Even
rapiers,
though-
no, probably not. But the daggers, yes.
It took
Yes.
2 birds to fly a light sword up 300 feet of cliff.
That is true.
Yeah. So that's
yes.
yeah.
I'm just
You make
just
a dagger
putting
pile.
I'm making a dagger
All
pile.
right. You make a tiny chair out of them.
Yep, and I'm just gonna chill there in my dagger chair. I have the dagger iron throne.
Game of nests.
Game of nests.
So now that that's done, Corbin, it is your turn. That Kinku just fucking booked it out of there. He ran off.
Chances are I'm faster than him. So which way did he go, and can I pursue?
The Thrones tune on a kazoo.
Which way did he go, and can I pursue? But kazoos as well. Yes.
Could you presume to pursue?
I believe he went this way.
I'm playing.
All right,
He
Kazoo
went-
throne.
Yeah. He went. Yeah.
Okay, so
I can tell you this much,
You
he's
can
out
pass
front.
here. Wait. Let me see if I can get it to click.
I might not see your. Okay.
Yeah, you can pass this way over difficult terrain, or this way and go around.
And the difficult terrain costs me double movement, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I've used 10 so far. That's another 10. And that would be.
Hello.
So that would be 20. That'd be-
Hello.
We're here.
Hello.
Did you figure out what you needed to do?
Yes, I did. Thank you.
Okay, cool. You
And is
gonna
this door here that I'm by open? I've already spent 30 feet of movement. I just want to know if I can get 5 more.
So this guy, actually, I believe he is probably right here. He would have only
Oh,
made it to that point.
okay.
So, yeah,
So I've caught
you
it.
have caught up to him because he would not have been able to take any more movement than you.
Then hikey.
You're gonna do what now? Okay, yeah, he's dead.
He basically just like batters off like a.
Yeah, he slams this door open and runs outside, and everybody sees, or Cadmus and Anne see you come up right behind him and just crack him in the back of the head, and
Yeah,
he just crumples.
That Kinku learned how to fly in death,
Yes.
Yeah.
and a mess of feathers, just poof.
All right. Now we are down to Corbin. Or sorry, Anne.
Okay.
Can we
5,
see the other
10,
one?
15.
He is,
Oh,
yeah. I mean,
yeah,
he's
there
on the
we
other
go.
side of the fence. Yeah,
Okay,
sorry.
yeah, I can't see from the other side of the fence.
Well, let me see if
So-
I can delete it.
Oh, good.
So I'm here. 5, 10,
Okay, yeah, he's right
15, 20. And I have my short sword and I have my dagger. I'm going to hold my attack until Corbin gets on the other side of me. Not Corbin, Cad.
Okay. So you're gonna hold your attack until I get in position.
Hmm.
Cool.
I can't figure out how to delete this one. Okay, that's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right, so you said you're going to do what now?
I get on the other side of the bird.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you want to be, Cad. and I am holding my attack with my short sword until Cat is on the other side flanking, so I get advantage, so I can get my sneak attack.
Cool. Because I'm coming right up the alley.
All right.
You and your obsession with
Where
butts.
did my turn order go?
You may have unclicked it.
I just unclicked it. All right. So it is your turn. Yep.
Yep, and I'm gonna stab him once again.
Okay.
Hey, natural 20!
All right. Give me some damage.
16!
He's dead. He's super dead. You stab right through his chest.
I still have not injured anything! Hooray!
That Kinku
Alright.
is a flag
No,
now.
I did injure something.
Yeah,
He
that Kenku
is...
is now our fucking banner of victory.
I wanted to know if he could tell us anything.
What am I doing?
Okay, help me drag this body somewhere not noticeable.
Yeah, dragging the body back inside.
All right. Strength check from both of yous.
Hey,
I'll do a body drag as well.
Strength is not my forte.
Neither mine!
14!
I'm so tiny. I am mighty!
All right. Corbin yanks that guy back inside, no problem. You can pretty much, I'm going to say within 15 feet of you, you can just put him down wherever you choose, or you can choose where you'd like to put him down.
Up
Yanking
and close.
feathers out.
And in
15
Catamus,
feet.
you guys drag him in. Damn it. How do I move the tokens around again?
Put him there. That's 15 feet.
What have I done wrong? So everyone's grayed out. I can't move anything.
Looks like you're on a different layer.
Oh, you're on the GM layer.
Yeah.
How do I get out of the GM?
Go to the
Back.
cube.
The cube.
Yep.
The cube.
And then
Underneath the arrow.
I see it. Thank you. All right. So, yes. Where would you like to put this one, Corbin?
You said 15 feet, so I can get him there.
Sorry. Indicate it one more time for me, please. Okay. There.
Yeah.
Right here. All right.
we're just gonna try to attempt to drag them all.
You get
back.
him to about here.
Yeah.
So, one more strength check from both groups.
Maybe I won't keep, pulling out feathers this time.
And just gets up and close and personal with a Kinku corpse.
19.
All right. So, you guys all roll pretty well. Within 15 feet of where you're at now, choose where you'd like to put the bodies.
1, 2, 3.
Ah!
Yeah, I'll put him, just inside the door and then close
Okay.
the door.
Here. I'm going to say 20 feet if you want to bring them back a little bit further. You guys rolled pretty well.
Okay.
I figured out I grabbed the feet this time instead of, trying to grab it by the feathers.
You get under the feet, I'll grab under the arms, and we'll just carry them inside.
All right.
Hooray!
Yep, you get them inside. The streets were pretty quiet to begin with, so you really don't notice anyone around. But you weren't necessarily super stealthy. There just really doesn't seem to be anyone in this area right now.
And I loot the Kinku corpses.
All right.
Do we want to take a 15?
Yeah. Let me go ahead and tell you what's on these. Roll a perception check for me real quick. Well,
Yes,
yeah,
ma'am.
let's actually hold that off because I'll let everybody do all of their exploration once we come
Oh yeah,
back.
I gotta change my mouse. That'll help.
All right. Let's
All
do
right.
it.
See y'all soon.
I will, however, point the party toward what I have found on the other corpses. So don't worry.
Okay.
It will take knocking Cad in the head a couple of times, but I'll get him to notice it.
I'll notice.
The two of you have learned a body language sort of way of communicating. So, yeah.
Okay, we'll be back in 15 minutes, everybody. Timer's going back on the screen, and hope you all enjoy the royalty-free music while we go do our business. See y'all in
Hooray!
15.
Thanks, Internet.
Hooray, thank you, Internet.
everything is true. I believe time is yours. I can't say a word, but put is not absurd. Spaceships are flying. La la la. I have no voice, so can you feel me? My eyes try to make the contact. I have my angel kings through the mess. Rainbow leads the space. La 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 la. La la la. La la la. La la everything is true. I believe time is yours. I can't say a word, but put is not absurd. Spaceships are flying. La la la. leads the space. La la la. La la la. La la la. La la around your neck, make a perfect cycle. The red of your lips, the shape of your hips. I'm alone with my body. Everything is true. I believe time is yours. I can't say a word, but bird is not absurd. Spaceships are flying. La la la. Can you feel me? My eyes try to make contact. I have my hand checking through the mess. Rainbow leads the space. La 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 la. I'm shooting your name in my head. I'm shooting your name in my head. The color is blue, so everything is true. I believe time is yours. I can't say a word, but put is not absurd. Spaceships are flying. La la la.
And we're back.
Cool. I need to remember to mute
Hi.
the generic music we don't have to pay for.
Yay.
Royalty-free music. In fact, I'm gonna have to get some
Alright.
electro swing tunes over to you.
Oh, if you have
Oh, yes,
Creative
Electro Swing, I
Commons
love
Electro
it.
Swing or Swing House,
Yes.
fucking on.
Yes, I do. I have a whole collection of royalty-free electro swing. So
I would love to get
Excellent.
like some Peril of Stellar on here.
actually, Twitch and Pavarov Stellar have like you can play booty swing and it won't
Are you kidding me?
trip.
Fuck yes. Okay.
No.
Doing that now. That
Awesome.
is easily one of my favorite songs.
Me too. I love it despite the fact that it has so many racist connotations.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Me neither.
So, how are we feeling? You guys ready to get started again?
Yes.
All right. So, everything inside was living is dead.
And looted.
Well,
What's
we haven't
next step?
finished the looting yet.
Right.
Yes.
Yep, we are still working on that.
Alright.
Everybody, we'll take it one at a time for now. Just tell me what you're doing. We'll resolve them.
Anne's gonna pipe up as the door closes. Why'd we kill these guys? They're not wearing black.
A, they attacked
And the
us first.
Well,
B,
You
duh.
said they're. DM, you said they're wearing leather armor and red hoods. Is the leather armor itself black?
No.
Oh.
It is, so their armor is different. There may be some black on it, but it isn't, like, you wouldn't necessarily just call it black armor. It isn't distinctively so. It's just regular.
Okay, so we killed security and not the kidnapper? The security for the kidnappers?
At
Possibly.
that, I'm gonna flap over to Cad and like tap him gently above his ear.
Mhm.
That's
Okay,
that's the pay attention.
Mhm.
Then I'm gonna waddle my way back over to the bodies and like turn one of the arms over to show the tattoo.
It is on you as you look, you all can, like, just scanning your eyes over the line of
Yeah.
bodies, can see that each one of those bodies in black leather armor has that tattoo either on the forearm or the neck. Like, just looking at them, you can see 3 or 4 people who their tattoo they're standing.
I'm
So those are all humans.
How
and
many
yeah.
corpses are we looking at?
A dozen along the wall, about a dozen.
There's no way these 4 guys took on a dozen people.
No.
Ah!
I'm
Let
gonna
me
pick
make
up one
sure
of
that
those
they're
rapiers.
all okay.
Adding that to my list.
If there's any
Yeah.
arrows about, I'd like to grab them.
So what I would like to know is you each tell me what action you're going to do, and then we'll roll for it, and we'll resolve them one at a time.
Loot bodies. Loot the kinkus.
So
Yeah.
you're gonna looting the kinkus.
You
Yeah,
guys
the
loot
leftover
bodies.
kinkos.
I'm gonna
Mhm.
be exploring the space, looking around.
Okay.
I'm going to be also looking around, seeing if there's like any clues to why there's
Okay.
dead bodies.
Okay, and Corbin?
Gonna give a look-see around with Anne.
Okay.
Would that
All
be
right,
investigation
so-
or perception?
I need investigation from everyone looking around. And cousin, that's intimidation.
Dang it.
You're going to intimidate the room into
corpses.
telling you what
That was
happened.
Tell me your secrets!
All right, so cousin Sir
Wingsworth.
Waffleston.
Austin. Oh my god, yes.
Sir Waffleston Wingsworth DeRollo the third.
Careful, we're getting into
I know,
Right.
but we're not making any money off of this, so
Yet.
please
We'll get to that when we get there.
let's worry about looting this room first.
Yes.
All right, so you really just see a lot of rapiers of regular quality, nothing remarkable. They're wearing leather armor. Who are able to spot, but it will take you a really long time to collect about 35 gold coins. Most of it is on the Kinkus. Most of it is on the Kinkus. It looks like the Kinkus have in their pockets whatever they found.
Okay, I'm gonna
those
separate
bodies.
it into 2 piles, and then I'm gonna go get
Okay.
Anne and point her toward the piles.
That's gonna take you, just getting the 35 gold coins into 2 individual piles is gonna take you like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, on my next go round
Somewhere
I'll get
right
Anne.
there, yeah.
So right now I'm just piling gold. If she wants to come over and bother
Go ahead
me.
and
as
roll
I'm-
an athletics check to see how vigorously you're able to move this gold around.
Relaying the gold.
Yeah, it's gonna be like this is quite a bit of exercise for you.
Hey, I'm not drunk anymore. I've worked it off. Athletics?
Yes,
Okay.
it's rough.
Yay, no
These
double
coins are
click.
big. I mean, you're a fairly decently sized bird, but it's still a lot of moving
Okay.
back and forth and lifting and moving and picking and pushing. So you're getting winded doing this.
I'm not moving it far. I'm just kind of
Nope, but the repetition of the act and like having to move their body parts out of the way. Yeah. Yeah, you're just but you're determined. You're like, I'm gonna get all these gold pieces and make this super easy for somebody else to come by and just scoop them up.
Damn
So
straight.
you're doing your part. You are doing your. So that's gonna bring us to the 3 that are looking around the room.
21.
Yeah. So I'm gonna call this a group effort. You're all kind of, spreading out, examining the corners of the room.
Yes, I am looking to see if there's any evidence as to why there's dead bodies
Okay.
and whether or not we should be concerned about becoming dead bodies ourselves.
All right. So
I'm looking for the reason why we're fucking here.
yeah, so the as you're looking around the room, just kind of gathering details, the bodies along the walls, there is another tattoo type, and in addition to the wing, what was the other tattoo? I keep forgetting what the other tattoo is. The Zentarum tattoo. It's so boring. What is it? A winged snake. In addition to that, you also find some other people who are dressed slightly differently, and their tattoos have a. One of them in particular, you find his hand has a black circle with 5 rays coming out from it, all the way around, almost like a compass. But it's a circle with rays coming out, 10 rays that come out from the center.
And the rays are also black?
Yes.
Now,
So it's like 10 spokes, almost like a bicycle spokes that kind of poke out further from the circle.
Is it a filled-in circle, like a solid
is
circle,
an
or is it
empty
just
circle.
empty circle?
Yep.
Do I know what that means?
You're cutting out. I couldn't hear you.
Would I know what that signifies?
Would any
You
of
do
us?
not know. Let's see. Those of you that have been in Waterdeep for a while,
Yes.
what kind of background did you take?
Criminal
Urchin.
spy.
What? One at a time, please. We'll start with Anne. What is Anne's background?
Criminal spy.
Okay, Corbin's background.
Urban bounty hunter, which is just sort of a subset off of criminal itself, actually.
Okay, and Angua.
Urchin.
All right, so then Anne and Corbin roll investigation. Another investigation. Okay, Corbin thinks it's probably just a cool tattoo, than like really cool to get. Anne recognizes this as a sign of Xanathar's guild. These men worked for Xanathar's guild. So, based on what you've heard recently, this looks like a cluster of dead Xanathar faction members.
Well, these guys are Xanathars.
I just thought that
Xanathar
was some
tried
cool link.
to get. Do you think Xanathar pinched our, well, gentleman of the night, if we want to be nice?
Gigolo.
You guys are so mean
I
about
was
Floon.
going to say something like our money bag, but I figured gentleman of the night actually made him in person.
My goodness, you guys.
Because, you know, sex workers aren't real people.
Oh no, it doesn't matter
right.
what
I
he
don't support
was.
this opinion.
I don't care about his
No,
profession. It's
she
just
she was saying that making him a gentleman of the night humanizes him versus being a means
Yeah.
to a paycheck.
Money bag is less human.
Exactly.
So in any case, you know, regardless of Floon's profession, whatever it may be, he is
The
not in this
gambling
room,
whore.
unfortunately. Otherwise, aside from all of the bodies that, you know, immediately draw your attention, as you start to spread out and walk around the room, you also find over here a small door that is basically off its hinges, as well as, let's see,
I'm hiding in the corner.
found something else.
Shh.
You also find a cleverly but not ingeniously hidden door on this wall here
Ooh.
as you're walking around. And let's see.
I'm sorry, could you show me where that is again? Because I was.
Yeah, right
Door.
here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Secret door here. Well, sort of hidden door there. And then there's another door here that's in kind of rough shape. So, in addition to that, there's right here.
Did we check inside the crates at all? Are the crates like intact?
The crates,
What kind of
some
goods
of
were
the
they
crates,
hiding
some of the crates are intact, but when you look inside the crates, where is it? I know what it is. Okay, yep. So these crates are packed with weapons, rations, boots, black uniforms, and other gear. So this looks like it
Cool.
was a place that they distributed beginner level armor to new recruits to the Zentrum Guild. And you would know that the Zentrum Guild is really not super selective about the people that they bring in. So these crates are full of like mass produced, okay, but not great quality supplies for a beginner to the guild.
Cool. Any daggers or arrows or
Um,
rations?
roll. Let's see. Got a 19. You could probably find like, so there are rations. There is a crate of rations. They're not delicious food.
That's okay. They're food.
But yeah, you find like a small crate that's probably got like 15 rations. These would that well, you probably won't want to dine on them, but they'll definitely keep you alive.
Hey,
You're
that's
talking to the
fine. I
same
take
people that
5
went
of the
into
rations and
Okay.
take out the other
That
10
ate
and be
squirrel.
like, hey,
Yep.
food. You want it?
I'll
Yeah.
take a couple.
I'm quite.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of this stuff is not bad stuff, but it is stuff that isn't really, unless you were to find someone who wanted to buy stuff you stole from the Zentrum, there isn't a lot of value to be found here, unless there's something in these crates that you want to use. So
Yeah,
if
daggers
anybody's
or
looking for a nice
arrows.
pair of boots that's made out of conspicuous black leather,
So no daggers, no arrows.
there are daggers, but they're just pretty basic.
That's
Not
okay.
not necessarily throwing daggers, but yeah, a hand dagger.
They're shanking daggers.
Yeah.
Okay. Shanking dagger.
Shanking. I don't think that is an official 5th edition designation for a dagger, but okay.
I'm gonna take 2 shanking daggers.
Okay. So they're just they would just be a normal whatever a normal
can't throw
dagger
'em.
stats are.
Can
I
throw
believe
them, it's
they're
just not gonna
yeah.
work well.
I'm not thrown weapons can be done with regular daggers, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
What was that?
Yes.
Was it 2
Yes.
yeses or a yes and a no?
It was 2
Two
yes.
yeses.
Okay, sweet. Well then, yes, if you do have the ability to throw weapons, then I suppose they would work just fine. They are regular daggers. Yeah, anything else? Arrows? There might be like 6 arrows. Not might be. They're like you're kind of like shuffling through things and you find a little bundle of arrows.
Okay, I'll take them.
Okay.
What's in this door that's almost off its hinges?
You just are you going to open it or listen at it? What are you going to do?
I'm gonna open it.
Okay. Let's see. The door to this back room hangs loosely on broken hinges. The cramped chamber beyond smells strongly of sour fish and vinegar. It is filled with discarded ropes, canvas tarpaulins, and splintered wood from smashed barrels. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me. Just you.
8.
You hear some ragged breathing in the back underneath one of the tarps.
Ready my spear in one hand
Okay.
and rip the tarp up with the other. And if it's somebody that's gonna attack me, I'm gonna shank him.
As soon as you rip
shank with a spear.
that tarp up, you hear a yelp. Just a oh! And it is a young human man underneath. Kind of dressed in dirty clothes, smells kind of bad. It looks like he might have been here for a while now.
Okay. Intimidation. Who the fuck are you, and are you the thing that smells in here?
Alright. Alright, he puts up his hands. His hands are shaking. He puts them up and he just says, "Please don't hurt me. I'm not. I'm. Let me see. Where is it? He's just babbling. He's just like, please don't hurt me. I don't. I'm unarmed."
Why do you
And he
smell of
holds his hands
fish?
up.
Cad, you found a live one, huh?
Aye, there's another one back here.
Bird?
Right?
No, human.
Fish.
Hey. If
He's
you
just
smell
kind
like
of
fish,
standing
you
there with his
know.
hands up, just like staring at your spear, just not moving.
I'm gonna waddle over and like climb up and peck him on the head so he snaps out of it.
Are you Floon?
Right.
Poof.
Answer me, are you Floon?
I think
He is so terrified. He just stares at you. Hands quiver.
Donkey!
It's like, let's wait until the DM actually gets back.
The DM.
Now I'm just
The
pecking up
DM
with this.
returning saves
Hello?
you from
There you
attempting. Hello.
Hi, sorry about that.
Hi, it's alright.
Yeah,
So,
Stretch,
Robot-
Description.
Stretch sent us into Shrek territory, and I was about to try and do an Eddie Murphy impersonation that wasn't going to go.
Oh, okay. Well, let's just go back to the part where we weren't doing impersonations.
Yeah.
And the man is standing in front of you with his hands up.
Who are you, and why do you reek of fish?
My name is... Jesus Christ, how do you pronounce it? Be right back.
Bob.
I'm just gonna go to the pronunciation guide in the front.
Is this start with
Is
an
it
R?
Rainer Neverember?
Yeah.
Did you hear about him the other day?
Yes.
That is a name I have in my notes.
Rainer Neverember, that is correct. Yes, my name is Rainer Neverember. It's a mouthful what you say. Sorry, no, that's out of character.
That's
Sorry.
what he said.
Oh man, you
Literally.
and I am. What do you mean? Please don't hurt me. I just want to get out of here.
Do I recognize that? Wait, okay.
So you would have heard about
I would probably recognize the last name.
in the Skewer Dragon.
Yeah.
He was with Floon.
Yeah. Where's your compatriot?
Floon. Well,
Yes, that one.
The whore. What?
he kind of, his shoulders kind of slump over. He doesn't meet your gaze for a second, and then
Better
he
not be
says,
dead.
Floon, I believe that the Zentarum kidnapped Floon because they mistook him for me. We were together and they took him. I managed to hide when the Xanathar guild members came and attacked the hideout. But they dragged Floon away.
How much of this can the rest of us hear?
I figured I had walked over when I asked if there was
He's
a live
being
one.
kind of quiet, but yeah, Anne has walked over. I would say if you all want to have been shuffling forward as this is happening, then
Yeah.
I'll say that he would have. He's gonna stay right where he is because there's a weapon trained on him right now.
No.
But
Everybody back up a little bit. Back up a little bit. Give the man some room to breathe. I'm gonna put my spear back on my back.
Where do the bird people come in on all this?
they came in with the rest of the Xana, and they stayed behind after the slaughter was done to pick through the boxes.
Let's get him out of the weird smelling closet.
Please, let's.
I'm gonna back up out of there and let him come out.
Okay, so he's gonna like shakily come on out to about right here and kind of look the rest of you up and down. He sees the bird. On his way out and Cadmus, he gives Cadmus a strange look.
I'm gonna land next to him and offer him like a piece of the rations in my beak.
And then he gives an even stranger look to the hawk that is trying to feed him.
We're the best
And
rescuers.
he cups his hand and puts it down and takes the and stares at it for a minute.
Motions with my beak.
When
They don't
the
feed
bird
everyone.
when the bird makes the sound, he kind of like takes a little nibble, like, okay, is this what you wanted? See, I'm doing it. Are you
Happy ruffle.
You'll make him really happy if you just open your mouth wide and he'll just regurgitate it in there.
No, even I have standards.
Rainer looks behind him at the closet, like maybe I should get back in there and hide again until some saner people come along.
No, but you said that you think they took Floon when they really meant to grab you. Why do you think that they were aiming for you and not him?
He kind of touches the back of his neck with his hand and he says, the Zentarum thinks that my father embezzled a large amount of gold while he was open lord, and that he hid the dragon somewhere in the city. They think that they can find it using an artifact called the Stone of Galore, which was in the hands of the Xanathar Guild until recently. Apparently, someone stole it. The Zens thought I knew something about all of this, but I don't. My father and I haven't spoken in years.
Well, do you think the story is true about your father? That he did smuggle some treasure away?
I try not to think about it, to be honest with you.
Well, no offense, but this is not exactly the time for family therapy. Perhaps we should get the hell out of here, considering we just murdered a bunch of bird people.
Not a bad idea.
So,
I go
I
over
think so.
to the piles of gold that have been thoughtfully laid out, and I just stick them all in my pouch. It was about, what, 35?
Yes, 36, I think I said. Nope, 35.
We,
That's fine, 36. Take
hey.
the extra.
We're
Worked hard for
gonna
that.
divvy that up, prop.
All
Yeah,
right.
we'll divvy it up
So
later.
while you are stuffing those
plus the other
coins
two.
into your pockets,
37.
And considering that
The
our
doors
got-
on
Oh
both
shit!
sides. The large cargo door fully opens. The door on the other side also opens. And in come about 8 men
Oh
through
God!
the cargo door, and then another 5 through that small door over there. And they kind of like sweep in and pincer around and start
13.
clearing the room. Yes. And a man seems to be calling orders to the rest of them. And they come in and sort of spread out around the room. And
Do these
Let's-
have black? Are they wearing black, or are they
No.
wearing...
these men are wearing the armor of the City Watch.
Oh!
The cops have arrived.
Fuck!
Okay, any windows
So-
nearby?
Just the one you already know about.
Shit.
Yeah. So,
Take that spell.
Alright.
No, I didn't
So-
take it. Fuck!
I grab...
now this is all happening suddenly. So you have maybe like a reaction.
Gonna hide in one of the open crates.
I'm throwing my hands up in the air.
I'm going back in the closet that the dude just came through, putting smuts on my face and hiding underneath the tarp like he was.
Okay, but I need to
I'm
tell you.
smart.
All right. So first, let's resolve these 2 things first, and then we'll move on to everyone else.
Especially if I recognize one of
Angwa,
them.
stealth. I'm gonna need a stealth from you.
Oh, come on, I'm a bird.
Fuck you, bird! If we go down, we go down together.
Here, I'll do this. You can either roll a stealth or an acrobatics.
Stealth. There it is.
Okay, so you flop into one of the boxes nearby, just boop, and then some hay like comes out just a little bit. Then you're gone. Let's see. Angua, rubbing the vinegar and spoilt fish smelling filth in this room on your face, you're gonna need to roll me a constitution check to not vomit a little bit.
Yes.
Oh come on, she's a street kid.
Oh,
Disadvantage.
she's like
yeah.
ready. She's like,
I've
she
smelled
looks
worse.
dirty and disgusting and smells real bad. She looks gross. Even like Rainer is looking over her with pity, like, dang, you look messed up.
Yeah, I'm just hiding in the corner.
All right. Cad and Corbin, do you have anything you'd like to do in response to this room being filled with City Watch guards?
Cad disappears into his jacket.
No,
I-
very close. Yeah, I'm putting my hands up in the air.
Ooh.
All right. Hands in the air.
I am ducking down behind some of these boxes because I am a little small creature. And
All
I'm
right,
hiding.
give me a stealth check then.
Y'all motherfuckers are gonna make me hang for this shit.
Like put
At
one
least you'll
foot
have
up on like a
company.
2 foot tall. Sorry, how tall are you? 3 feet?
Yep, like 3 feet tall.
3 feet? Yeah. So you put your foot up on top of like a foot tall box and try to like jump up to the next level, but you just kind of end up flopping into the pile of crates and falling through it. And you are prone
Son of a bitch!
on the other side of those boxes.
Did you say Sorvin's a bitch?
No.
No!
But he is.
What? Wrong campaign. Relax.
Okay, anyway. Yeah, so you're prone on the other side of that pile of boxes over there. Cad, did you already decide what you wanted to do?
Yeah, I'm just throwing my hands up in the air and
Oh,
just...
that's right. Okay.
Not waving them around like he doesn't care.
No, quite the opposite. I am stone still. This
All right,
is not
so
my first rodeo.
So, let's see. Those of you that have been here for, I would say all of you would know, based on the decoration of the armor and just general reputation, you would know that this is the captain of the City Watch. His name is Captain Stadget, and he walks right over to you. His men are kind of spread out around the room, and he walks in and he's like, all right, everybody stay exactly where you are. I don't want anybody moving. And his men start clearing the floor and just generally kind of sweeping the room.
Ow, these crates are uncomfortable.
It
Can any of you
takes-
give me a hand up?
He kind of like peeks over the boxes and he says, you can stay right where you are.
Okay, sir.
He hang on a second. I'm getting some questions.
Bree, what the fuck are you doing?
It not her, it me.
Oh god.
Okay.
I'm
Let's
just
see.
hoping that it's a question about whether or not you can poop on them as an offensive tactic.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus.
So it takes a few minutes, but they spread out over the room and kind of see that no one else is. There's no other living people in here. A few of them walk right up the stairs over to the side of that door that you opened.
Alright, so I'm trying to hide in the closet and I have my face covered in smudge. Do I need to roll a stealth or like I was trying to hide where Raynor had been hiding.
I'm sorry. Yes, you are. But at this point, he is standing like right in front of Cad.
Okay.
So he's
I'm
like
kind of
right
blocking
there.
the view a little bit.
Yeah, I have the tablet.
He can see that there are people behind Cad, but he isn't able to get in there to where you are and see you very well from where he
Cowering
is.
in a box.
Cowering in a closet. Just like old times, huh?
Yup.
All right, so men come over and they kind of mutter something to him. Everybody roll a perception check.
Yup.
That's the wrong screen. Do-do-do. Persuasion. Perception.
All right. You just kind of hear him whispering, and it's really short. He just pss, 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 in his ear, and then Stadget turns and looks at you. So, I know what those people were doing here, and he kind of like nods his head back to the dead ones over on the floor on the other side, and then he says, "Can you explain to me what you're doing here?"
I take it he's looking directly at me.
He's kind of eyeing everybody. He even kind of glances over the pile of boxes towards Corbin a couple times. He's like, he's trying to lean around you to also see who's over behind you as well. But at this point, he is not moving to approach. He is just to everyone, kind of as a group.
Like, how far away from us is he?
He walked right up to you.
Oh,
I would
okay.
say he is about right here. I'm actually going to start setting these tokens. I just was really not looking forward to having to do this.
Oh no, it sucks. Welcome to hell, bitch.
So yeah, I am going to do that now. Thanks.
Come on, face.
That's
Do your
really,
duty.
We are not fighting our way out of this.
No. I'm going to pull the Captain Vimes tactic and stare at a point about 2 inches above his head. And say...
You're going to do what now?
I'm going to do
Like
the
this
Captain Vimes
Captain
tactic.
Vimes stare.
Yes. I'm staring at a
Captain
point
Vimes.
that is 2 inches above his head.
Uh-huh.
Hands above my head and say, "Sir, search and rescue mission, sir. Trying to find the son of last open lord, sir. Happen to rescue him, sir. Contracted by Volo, sir."
We were told that
Okay.
if you're looking for a good time, you need to. No, wait, never mind. Forget me.
Private, that was when we were searching for Jenny. Serial code 8675309.
He puts his hand up to all of you. All of you. He just puts his hand up. He looks past you to Raynor, and he kind of nods his head. He sees someone he recognizes. He sees a face he recognizes. And Raynor kind of makes eye contact with him, and you see that he kind of has relaxed. He's like, he sees this as his big rescue. When you guys came in, not so much on the big rescue feelings, but now that these men have come in here and just kind of taken over the whole floor. And did I make these visible to you?
Nope.
Nope, I didn't.
Nope.
Sorries. Okay. So yeah, this is pretty much what it looks like in here. And he looks comfortable, so he kind of like, he very politely, he's like, "Oh, excuse me." He kind of like climbs from where he's at to kind of like here to talk to Raynor, or to talk to Stadget. And he is just, he basically just starts kind of thanking him and saying, and kind of speeding through like an explanation, like, "Oh, I hid so that they wouldn't find me. I'm not supposed to be here. They took me and my friend." He just starts babbling to them about, like what had happened to him.
I would very much like to listen to as much of the story as I could hear.
So you get the gist that he's basically telling them the exact same thing that he just told you. He's telling them that he and his friend were brought here by the men in black, and the Zentrum, and his friend was missing, so he and he hid while the Xanathar's guild members dragged Floon away. but he was in the closet and was waiting for a chance to escape when all of these people showed up, and here we are.
Rescued.
He
We
kind of looks
rescued.
he kind of looks at all of you like, my heroes?
Hey, the bird fed him.
All right. Skagit kind of just
The
nods.
bird is non-existent right now.
He looks at all of you. He kind of like looks Cat up and down.
May
now
not be
that
the best
Rainer's-
fuel for the job, sir, but we sure as fuck get the job done.
He
cut
leans
out-
around
I
you.
don't know what you said.
He looks at Anne. He can just see like a glimpse of movement over there inside the closet, and he gestures. That's not your friend over there. And Rainer kind of looks at her and
Puppy dog
Kinda-
eyes.
just kind of shrugs his shoulders and shakes his head in like the vaguest gesture response ever, like.
Sir, suffers from crippling anxiety and social awkwardness, sir. Afraid to meet with multiple people, sir.
I continue to cower.
He continues to barely see you cowering and just notices just a little shivering bit of a shoulder at the edge of the door and is just. I'm gonna need Cad to roll a persuasion check for this one.
Please,
On how weird he thinks that this is.
Don't fuck me, don't fuck me, don't fuck me, don't fuck me.
Yeah, that's pretty much how he's reacting to this situation. Well, thanks for helping out. You know, protecting this young man until we were able to get here to take care of things. It's nice to see people doing something good in this area of the city. But you know, we can take this from here.
Sounds great, sir. We will see ourselves out, sir.
He just kind of waves you on.
Salute
He
and
steps off to the side.
motion
Pick
for
me up out of
everybody
this
to get
box.
the fuck out. Oh yeah, grab the bird.
Yeah, he just moves off to the side here.
Just let me grab my
We'll just
bird.
be taking our bird with us.
Just need to grab my bird, sir. Thank you, sir.
Everyone watches you snag the bird out of the crate,
Putting it on my
not
shoulder.
having had any idea that there was a bird in the crate.
I'm putting the bird on my shoulder.
And
He's a magician. It's a bird out of a
Some-
box
there
instead of a
are-
rabbit out of a hat.
there are a couple of people that are really taking their job seriously and like really invested in this right here, but most of the people in the room just stare at you as you leave.
I remain covered in the tarp just so that I can see through with my eyes through the hole and just like dash out.
Oh, like
Just
you're dashing
going
out
on with the
Everyone.
hole. I'm afraid to speak with people. thing.
Everyone is staring now. Everyone.
I'm gonna just stare straight ahead like a normal bird. Nothing going on. Nothing to see here.
As I'm
Orbit.
walking out, being followed by this person covered in a tarp. It's okay. She thinks she's a ghost.
I am cosplaying as Alice.
So, so Corbin climbed up over the boxes and got the hell out of there then, yeah.
Yep.
All right, so everyone leaves. Rainer actually follows you out. He also is like, all right, well, it's
Super
been
awkward.
fun. Time to go.
Peace.
And he follows you out. And he, like, once everyone is outside of the room, he kind of thanks you again more sincerely. He feels a little more relaxed now that he's been able to walk out of that building. And you can see the relief in his face. But there's definitely also some worry because you can see that he's very concerned about Floon and what happened to Floon.
Enjoy the throne of daggers, guys.
The tiny throne of daggers.
Well, if you're so worried about your friend, you could, give us any information on, this, what was the stone of, whatchamacallit?
The Stone of Galore. And
Right.
as far as I'm concerned, it's a fairy tale. I don't know anything about it, and I hope I don't ever.
Right.
But are you going after Floon? Are you going to find Floon?
That's what we were paid to do.
Well, that gives me some comfort. I do fear that it is my responsibility that he is gone.
Well, if that's the case, then perhaps you would like to, give us even more incentive to make sure that he's returned safe.
Well,
To which
as
the
I've
hawk
said
holds out
before,
its talon from his shoulder.
as I've said before, I haven't spoken to my father in a long time. I don't really have much to offer. I can, let's see. Roll me a persuasion check.
Can I
With
add
advantage
super cute eyes?
because of the hawk. So it's a
17! Face man for the win!
He sighs. You look at this kind of this young man in really shabby, tattered clothing. It was a nice silk pocket on the side of his trousers that's just been kind of ripped off. So it's just like a flap of fabric hanging off of his pants and stained shirt, and he kind of puts his empty hands out and says, I haven't spoken to my father in a long time, so I don't have access to any riches to offer you, but I could come along and help you. I found a dagger and a sword, or was it a rapier? I found a dagger and a rapier on the bodies in the warehouse. I might make myself useful that way.
Well, if you've got people trying to kidnap you over this, you are going to need some protection.
Do you have any experience with fisticuffs or any other fighting?
I usually lose a fight, if I'm being honest, but
Right.
I'm not afraid to help out if it's my fault that Floon's been taken.
Do you know what is really helpful in these cases? Information. For example, you were taken, 2 days ago? By men all in black. Were you anywhere previous to that? Because Floon didn't start out the night with you, is that correct?
No, he had met with another friend first, and then I joined him at the Skewered Dragon.
Where were you before?
Hang on 1 second, sorry, 1 second.
All good. I need to get some more water. Sorry, my throat is stupidly fucked thanks to this cold.
Sorry about that, I think I'm losing my voice a little bit. So we're probably going to be wrapping up soon, but we'll finish up this little bit, and then we will do that.
Okay. And Anne is cleaning herself off as she talks.
Yeah, okay. I'm looking for some pieces of information that you should have by now, but I want to make sure that I give it to you right.
Back. Cool.
Mm.
Back with pineapple juice.
I have Monster Hydro.
I gotta take my vitamin C uptake. Or
Oh yeah,
increase my vitamin C uptake.
I gotta take my antibiotic before this is over.
Hooray!
Commit genocide within your own mini biodome.
I wouldn't call it genocide. You're not killing off your entire gut flora, just, that was
Alright, so, this is an interesting thing that I've run into. I've read through this first encounter a couple times. No clue that I should have given you by now, but I do not see anywhere where it would have come up naturally. which
Find a way
is
to
kind
shoot
of
it.
interesting. So, but actually, I mean, I do have an easy way to do that right now, as something else is also about to happen. So, as all of you are awkwardly walking out of the building,
Yes.
Captain Stagit comes up behind you.
I hide behind Corbin and Cad.
He looks
You
at
have a
each
tough
one of
time hiding
you,
behind me.
and he's giving
I
you
kind of
each a
shuffle over,
thoughtful
so I'm
look.
behind Cad's hat.
And as he looks at each of you, he hands you a folded piece of paper. And when you unfold it, you find on it printed the Code Legal, which are the laws of the city of
Waterdeep.
Waterdeep. Anyway, so laws of the city of Waterdeep, and he just kind of says, you don't want to find yourself in the wrong place at the wrong time too often around here. Just try to keep your noses clean. And he... I would like for Anne to make a deception check.
So glad it's not me.
So glad. Oh wait, no, I'm good at this.
You guys are tried to pose as a socially anxious person by covering themselves in shit and vinegar and then wearing a tarp.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of eyes you for a second. He asks you, do you have any form of identification?
Does my tax paper count?
He gives you a look, and then he just holds out his hand.
I hand it over.
All right, and he looks at it. Is this the one that we had discussed earlier?
It is.
Okay, so he kind of looks it over, and he looks at you, and then looks back at that again, and he just hands it back, shaking his head, and he turns to you and he says, look, if you are planning on going into the sewers and scuffling with these Xanathar guild members, just remember to keep the blood off the streets, okay? And native Waterdavians, that would be Angua, Anne, and Corbin, correct?
Yes.
Okay. You when you hear this phrase, you know that this means just make sure that if you're gonna do any dirty work, that you're not going to do it out in the open, out in the city. It definitely seems like he's kind of suspicious, wary of you, what you were doing here. But he's definitely willing to let it go, and he kind of gives Raynor another nod, and then he walks back inside.
I am curious about something.
Mm-hmm.
Did he see...
Speaking to the character or to the DM?
To the DM.
Okay.
Did he see the back of...
He did. He...
Probably
you
for
get
a
the
reason we
idea...
respected.
You get the idea that this guy has no sense of humor. Like, if there was ever any sense of humor in him, it died long ago.
Okay.
And he just kind of looks around. I mean, like, there's a hawk here that he walked in on looting bodies. Not a smile cracked. He's not.
I think I was in
very
the
easily
box
entertained.
when
Oh, that's right. That's right. You poofed into the box. He saw a sprawled out, very small, drunken person, and a girl wearing a tarp and smelling very questionably.
And a bard.
And a bard.
and a tiefling.
A bard who looked like he'd probably ran into the city guard many, 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 many times.
Yes.
So yeah, he's not amused by any of you, but he genuinely seems pretty good-natured about the whole thing. Basically, he's like, you get the sense that he's willing to overlook whatever the hell you were doing in there because Raynor is alive and the only dead people in there are thugs. So.
Sir, yes, sir. Any blood will not be kept on the streets. All blood will be remain underground or within veins.
Okay, just don't. Yep. It's really rhetorical. Goodbye. And he just walks back inside.
What? And I'd give him a little, like, wing salute.
He does not respond.
Yeah, but it was just to make...
Done, let me get the fuck out of here before he says something else.
So, to highlight that piece of information that I had to slide in there, he mentioned that
Xanathar in the sewers.
You can find the Xanathars. He is under the impression that you are pursuing Xanathar's guild into the sewers.
I mean, I don't know where he got that impression from. Anybody else fucking tired?
A little.
It's been a long goddamn day.
Rainer kind of, he hears you talking about being tired. He immediately again kind of chewing his lip. But he also is looking pretty rough.
Right. What do you say we all retire back to the yawning portal, get a good night's rest, and then we go shit hunting in the morning?
I could use a bath before I go stinking up the place again.
And then you're going to get yourself dirty all over again. You might as well just hold off on that until we finish all that.
It makes it difficult to sleep.
Rainer kind of sighs, and you see his shoulders just slump again, and you can definitely see some pain in his face. He's thinking about, whatever is happening to Floon, wherever Floon's been, and you can see that's really weighing on him, but he's also not eaten or had water in who knows how long, days probably. So he's just kind of defeated, and he doesn't really say much. He just kind of accepts that.
I slip a gold into his hand.
I'm going to
I try to feed him again.
Clap my hand on his shoulder and say, look, either one of two ways this is going about. Either A, he's already dead, in which case a night's sleep isn't going to hurt anything. Or B, they're just torturing him, in which case he'll still be alive.
He just kind of his eyes look empty. He
I'm gonna
he just looks around numbly and says, "Well, if I can't be of use to you, then I'm gonna go home."
I'm gonna sidle over from Cad's shoulder and give him a little beak nuzzle, and then sidle back.
He seems oddly comforted, very confused, but almost like he gets the sentiment. He understands the motivation, but still very, very confused about it as well.
Perfect.
But then he just kind of slowly walks off down the street.
Somewhere out there, someone's playing the Sad Hulk song.
Alright. So, I think we're heading back to Yawning Portal.
Alright.
Yes.
So I suppose we're going into a more crowded area.
Yes.
Is this going to affect our party?
Yes, it is. Any details about how you want to go back? You're just gonna kind of head straight back, no fuss, no frills,
while trying to get the crud off. Like, if there's a fountain anywhere, or like a well where I can get water, I'm going to try to stop there and get the yuck off.
I'm just going to stroll back, please this punch, because this was a good day's work.
So you would say you were strutting.
Cadamus,
I'm gonna fluff my feathers and give myself a grooming on Cad's shoulders.
Cadamus, roll me a perception check, please.
Oh, fuck. That's persuasion, that's performance, perception. 20!
People are, dare I say it, checking you out. You're getting a lot of attention. They seem very interested.
Oh, shit.
I'm one of the most interesting people in the world.
You get a couple cat calls.
I will return the favor. Blow a few kisses.
All right, all the way back to the portal. Like you get the same treatment. Just a lot of attention.
I'm gonna like flick
It's
my wings.
it's definitely quite vulgar though. It's on the side towards disgusting even.
DM, just a quick thing. If anyone that we walk past as we head back is within 30 feet.
Is it within 30 feet of what? I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
If anyone as we walk back is within 30 feet of us, Corbin is just talking to them mentally and just, saying he'll do anything. And I mean anything. The bird is one the bird is one extra.
So these people
5 extra.
The bird is
getting
5 extra.
vulgar. Some of them begin to look shocked. Some of them begin to look disgusted. Some of them begin to look excited.
Really eager.
A couple guys walk up to you, and one of them says, "So what'll you do for 50?"
Right?
God,
I'm
this
gonna hold
is
my claw
awkward.
out.
This
I'm gonna
is
hold my
so
claw out
awkward.
directly. just right in his face. Just claw, like give.
Go ahead
you all
and
so
roll an attack.
I'm not attacking. I'm just holding my claw out, like
Oh,
and
okay.
making a give gesture, like I'm the manager.
I see. Right. Okay. Yes, I understand.
I gotta run for a
There's-
minute, guys. I'll be right back.
There's a word for that, cousin, but it's not managed.
It is not.
Yes, I know. I am a bird pimp.
You're a bird pimp.
If I had a little purple wide brim hat, I'd be wearing it right now.
Oh, with like gold.
Gold
Shiny.
lame and yup. With gold lame and zebra print.
There we go. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, I'm a bird pimp. I'm not a pimp of birds. I'm a
Well, you
bird who
already
happens
have
to be a
plenty of
pimp.
like feathers in your outfit.
True. Oh yeah, I definitely need like rings on the talons.
Ring of protection on your talon.
Yep. Maybe just one of like them big old gold rings.
A friend of cousins of mine who's watching is saying, roll them, and then rob them.
I think we just scared Alice entirely off. I think she just gave up.
No, I'm here. Just waiting on everyone to be back.
Oh heck yeah, I've got a heck of a birdie pimp slap too, damn it.
Oh.
I need to get a tiny cane.
I need to take a look. Doesn't your the hawk on the standby picture have a cane? I feel like it does.
No, it's tipping a hat.
Ah, okay.
It's in a tux, green wellies, and it's tipping a hat. So it's tipping a baseball cap actually. So it's like very fashion challenged.
Yeah, like wasn't it boots and a couple
Yeah,
Sorry.
wellies are boots. Wellies are big green rain boots.
Sorry about that. I just suddenly got really sharp pains going through the right side of my chest.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
Ooh,
Do we
no.
need to stop this? Like, priorities, man.
No, I think it was just I've been coughing so much lately that it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
muscle.
Okay. Look, don't ever, like, have a heart attack or something, like, on stream.
On
That's the
stream,
rule.
on Twitch.
On
That's the
stream,
rule, yeah.
you need to turn the stream off first.
Yeah, turn the stream off first, then do that, okay?
But then nobody else knows where I live. They can at least track
Oh
where I'm
look,
at
2
through the
people just
stream.
vanished. We had 11 people watching and 2 of them just
Well,
vanished.
sorry, okay? Like I said before, if y'all don't find this entertaining, then
Yeah, sorry,
Actually,
guys.
I think
Not
it's
to
because
scare everybody.
if you're not actively on the window, Twitch times out every once in a while.
It's true.
So they
Yeah.
might not have vanished. It just may have timed out on them.
don't care.
Yeah. No,
right,
not to worry, everybody. It's just I've been suffering from a chest cold. I've been coughing a lot, so my chest muscles are
Okay.
strained to fucking bejesus right now.
I went through that
I
earlier. Alright. But let's go ahead and do a wrap up. So people have been super damn weird to you on the street.
Yeah.
Super weird.
Which one of you fuckers are doing something?
Roll another perception check.
Oh god. 20.
As you spin around trying to figure out who is doing this, what is doing this, you feel something flap against your back.
Oh god. What's on my back?
You grab
Breathe!
a little piece of paper. And I am gonna type to you in the chat what it says.
It's been there pretty much the whole game.
Since you get the feeling that that's settled and been there for a little while.
Wow. Wow. Bright bottom. Crumple it up, throw it on the ground.
And then you guys head on back to the yawning portal.
Anything.
And I'm going to, on the way back, I'm just going to look at the group and say, revenge will come sweetly, dearies.
You still get one youngish person, like a human. You can tell they're probably like 19-ish. Still gives you a nice little like a wink.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone else has gone back to normal.
Oh, God.
So it's back to like business as usual.
Okay, cool. That works for me. Y'all motherfuckers are gonna die.
I mean, you don't go completely unnoticed on your
Well,
own.
no, I'm a fucking 6 foot tall tiefling with horns walking through the town in a bright fucking golden red coat.
Yeah,
with
you
a
still
hawk.
attract a little bit of attention, but it's not quite as intense now. So y'all make it back to the yawning portal. The bartender kind of nods to you. You see all the normal people that are in there at this time of night. It's getting pretty late. Volo is not around. It is the only people that are left in here have either passed out in here or are
I'm drinking their beer.
or they're like
Priorities.
drunk or shifty. Like it's that time of night where there really isn't as festivities going on anymore as it is just a lot of like alcoholism and secrets.
I love alcoholism and secrets.
Alcoholism and secrets.
Yeah, you know, those hours of the night, the alcohol and secrets hours.
Oh, of course.
All right, but so are we all resting for the evening?
Yep.
Yep.
Mhm.
I'm taking some conservative swallows of free beer, and then I'm heading.
Okay. Roll a Constitution check.
Damn it! I pissed him off too. He's not gonna carry me and carry me up the stairs.
Nope.
I said and, not Cadmus.
Y'all done fucked up.
Oh man, I'm already getting nervous. All right, so you're all right. You get a nice little tingle off of it, and then you move on to wherever you're staying.
I'll stay in Anne's room tonight since he's been mad at me.
Oh,
Yeah, Cadmus, you get the feeling that that's been that like when you notice the note, you look at their faces and you can see that they've all seen it.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh, I'm very sure.
I was busy.
Busy being nonverbal.
Yep, exactly.
It's
Yeah.
not like she couldn't have grabbed it off of his back with a claw.
Yeah, but I'm not getting blamed for that. He'd have thought I was trying to put it on.
So I'm gonna call that the end for the evening. If we're all just gonna kind of run, go back and rest and get ready to start things up the next day.
Sounds like a plan. Pretty good spot to end.
All right, that's it.
Ah, lovely.
Thanks. I can't believe you're still here watching this.
Yes, thank
They,
you.
they
It's nice
think
to have
it's, like,
you.
really funny. The chat sentiment is that it's really, like, funny.
That's good, because y'all motherfuckers are a headache and a half.
Quick question: did anyone take any damage this game?
No.
No.
Excellent.
Nope. I avoided combat like a motherfucker.
I barely got a hit on one thing. It was basically you killing everything.
This party is only going to survive if we can avoid the damage, because we are neither excessively tanky nor do we have a whole lot of healing. So it's going to be all about trying not to get hit.
I don't have a very high AC.
Let me do this. Go.
Alright, one more shout out for
Wow, that chat was good tonight. I'm looking through it now. I didn't get a chance to see it until now. That's a lot. You guys are weird. Real
Of
weird.
course they're weird. They listen to our weirdness.
Yes, they need a tank. Of course they need a tank. But you know what? They don't have one.
Which is why we avoid combat like a motherfucker.
Exactly.
Well, have you though?
I have.
One of you's already got a hit in on a troll. One of you has already gotten a hit in on a.
Well, that crazy man is not me.
Yeah, the guy that is doing the most combat also has the highest AC.
This is true.
I mean, those fucking Kinku did not hit you once. None of you got
Edwin is
hit.
raising their hand to volunteer for a tank.
Yeah, that's. I know him. He's one of my friends. He'd actually make a good
Well,
tank.
for the record, this group and tanks, well, we run through them like toilet
Yeah,
paper.
that's very true.
So,
It's so true.
yeah. There's a reason we don't have a tank.
Yeah.
There is. One more shout out for Trans Pride in Dallas. Trans Pride Initiative in Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
I posted.
Oh,
their
we
link once
definitely
again.
did not have smart tanks. You are so right about that.
That is so fucking true.
No, we did like begrudgingly did our best to keep our tanks alive up until this point. Like tried so hard against our best interests.
Oh my god,
and
we
it just
we
never
really
worked out.
tried. Like there was literally jumping off of a bridge.
Gravity had other ideas.
Stupid tank.
Yeah,
All
they
right,
did have
well.
a cleric that had the rep of a mighty smiter, and
We yeah,
Wow.
this no comment on that.
true. Truth.
Ugh.
All right,
Well,
ladies and
maybe we'll
gentlemen.
get back to that later
Yes.
on. You don't understand how thoroughly we fucked up Return to Ravenloft. Like, you do not understand how badly we messed up every objective that could possibly have been taken on.
We turned a death cleric into a vampire.
Yeah.
Yes, the Ravenloft campaign was run by me, and that was a fucking thing.
It was one of my most cherished D&D memories as well.
Truth. It
A
is definitely
cleverly worded wish spell made one of our party the psychic linchpin of Ravenloft instead of Strahd, and Strahd just got himself away. He ran away and escaped us.
Yeah, so it was like we were Indiana Jones. Strahd was the golden idol, and our cleric was a bag of sand.
truth.
That is what happened.
I like that. That's perfect.
I love y'all.
It's so
I
sad
think
because
you realize how much we're screwing up Dragon Heist. So.
Well, I mean, this part so far, you've hit all the objectives.
Well, that's good.
I feel like so you don't forget that at this point you're all pretty small fish. So
Oh, God.
your lives are pretty dictated by what you can get away with or what you're allowed to do. So don't worry, you'll get where you need to go. But just wait, because you'll be in the deep end before you know it.
Be happy now.
All right. Well, I'm good to go, so I'm gonna sign out.
All right.
Thanks again for listening to us play this game.
I'm gonna
Yes,
make a
thank
throne of
you.
forks in the inn next time.
Everybody have an absolutely fantastic night, and we will return on 6/29. We are doing this game every other week on Saturdays at 8 p.m., and we will see you next time.
Bye-bye. I'm waving again.
Bye.
We love
Bye,
you.
all.
Bye.
Wonderful to see you.